Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Borough Radio. Don't forget to hit that like and subscribe down at the bottom just so you don't forget when we're here. I'm Lily.
And my name is Holly.
Welcome, everybody. So today we're talking about mental health and mental awareness. So, Holly, where are we going to be starting with all of this?
So our first thing is talking basically about how people do suffer from mental health and it's not normalized. And basically we're just trying to normalize it and give people more resources and figure out kind of a way to help people so they can speak out and get the help if they need help, and just seeking that. So we're going to talk a little bit about kind of things that people normally suffer from that are scared to speak up and get help with.
Yeah, I think anxiety is kind of a great starting point because I feel like most people, if not everybody, has anxiety at certain points, and it really can take over you and make it to where you physically can't go do things. And I feel like that's something that is really hard to understand.
Yeah, totally. And how everybody's like, oh, it's anxiety, you'll be okay.
Get over it.
Yeah, and then when somebody a doctor will recommend you medication and they're like, oh, you're just seeking all of this. Yeah, you're just seeking meds, or you're just seeking attention or anything like that. And it's really not. You're not seeking attention. You're asking for that help and you're shot down every single time.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I completely agree. I also feel like sometimes the medications for mental illnesses cause so many more problems. It'll maybe help your anxiety. The dog on the couch. Yeah.
Yeah, the dog's just walking on the back of the couch. But no, it's I mean, getting a dog, it does help, by the way. I mean, it does help you feel not so alone, although they end up doing crazy things like this.
I definitely adopted the whole takes my dog everywhere I go. I'm going to Home Depot, my dog's going to come with me. Even if it's just leaving him right outside, he's always with me everywhere I go. It's great.
Yeah, and just different things that you can help to cope, whether it be so it's coping, just like if you have anxiety. We were talking about meditation or going. So if you have anxiety it's not so much as going into public spaces, but doing your favorite things, like watching a movie, doing art, drawing, roller skating if that's your thing, if it's going out on a boat, or if you just need time. Yeah, if you need time away from people, going for people go to different rivers and float down the river and just bring music, or just like to hear the nature around them, and it's so peaceful and quiet, and it's kind of like their escape from reality, basically.
See, I do that all the time because living in Colorado, I'm so close to the mountains. I can just hop on over and find a secluded trail that nobody's been on in the last 10 years. I can just take that, park my car somewhere random in the smack middle of the road because I'm so sure no one's going to be coming by, and I can just sit there and I can leave and I can sit on a rock for hours and just be alone.
And it's just escaping from reality and having that moment that you can just leave everything else behind.
Yeah, and that just separation. It's there's never service, which is so great. Because no matter what I want to do, I can only listen to music because I have it downloaded. So it's nobody can contact me. I'm by myself. I have my dog and I'm chilling.
So yeah, that's a good spot and thing for them to do. It's just going out and being, if it needs to be shut off from the world just for a little bit, just somewhere where you don't have service. I'm not saying just do it all the time, but just that little bit of time to just escape, quiet your mind. You're not distracted by your phone because you don't have service.
Exactly. Like that truly is the best part. Like if someone is looking for me, they can't find me. Like I'm gone. I'm no one will find me ever. And I like that. You know? It's calming.
Another thing I feel like people struggle with a lot that's not talked about and people just normalize it, say, "Oh, that's normal," and it's really not. And they're seeking help, but they're like, "Ah, it's just not something you should be like." They're just calling them off. It's for people who are introverts. They isolate themselves and everybody's like, "Oh, that's normal. That's just who you are." Not really. I feel like, I mean, everybody, once they get comfortable, I feel like they do become an extrovert at some point, or it's just finding those right people.
Mhm. Yeah, I completely agree. Just like even if it's like one person you feel comfortable to go into public around. Or it's not
Yeah,
it doesn't be a lot of people, just a little coffee shop you can go to. Like getting out, going to places with new people almost daily is so important, you know? Like working from home has really isolated so many people,
yeah, with
you know?
COVID, definitely isolate a lot of people, not have being able to leave the house. And I mean, just taking, if you're sitting here isolating yourself and never leaving, never being a person, it could really, take a long term effect on someone. And you do need some type of human interaction and talking to someone, even if that's that one person, you're still getting some type of human interaction, and it's quite good for their social and mental health.
Completely agree. I also feel like just all the unhealthy ways I would say people cope. Because there are definitely healthy ways to cope, which would be like meditation, just focusing on yourself, being present in the moment. And then there is drinking, and there is like just other drug uses or harming yourself in other ways, like self harm is another serious problem, I feel like, as far as mental health goes, because like you get driven to hurt yourself, and that's a problem.
Yeah. Um, Another, I mean, there's definitely different ways that people cope, and unhealthy ways could be like someone starving themselves because someone says something bad to them about maybe their appearance, or
Well,
um
can I tell you about eating disorders? You're actually born predisposed to get that. So, like, when you're born, you will either have the gene to be able to think like that and get an eating disorder, or you don't. So, it's not specifically what someone said, it's just who you are as a person. Is that crazy?
I mean, it it takes a toll on someone, just if someone says something, and it could lead to the eating disorders.
Yes, exactly. It typically that is what will lead to it, but isn't
And
it crazy
sometimes
that
it
like
could just be something that somebody feels when they look at themselves in the mirror as well. And it's like, oh, I don't like the way I look. Or they feel like with today's generations, it's telling them, oh, you have to be a certain size to be beautiful.
exactly. And like that's really not the case. And I feel like some people believe like if they eat certain foods, it will kill them, you know? And that's part of that whole eating disorder thing. It's like I can only eat organic things. I can only eat off of small plates. I can only eat like fruits and vegetables, or I can only eat this, you know? And it's like you start to limit yourself to what you can eat.
Or you have to eat salads certain times. You have to work out. You have to do this. And it's
Mhm.
honestly, you don't have to do anything. You do whatever you want
Makes
to
you
do.
happy. Yeah, it really is what makes you happy.
And you
It's like
don't have to be a size two. You don't have to sit there and be skinny and you have to be like Instagram model to be pretty. You can be whatever you want to be. And as long as you're happy with yourself, I'd say don't care what anybody else thinks, honestly. Their opinions don't matter. It's whatever basically you feel and how you think of yourself. Like if you think you're pretty, then in your mindset, that's all that matters. Like somebody
exactly.
could tell you, like, "Oh, I don't like the way you look." Okay, well, I'm not made for everybody, and what does your opinion mean? You're not, it's my body, not yours.
Exactly. Like, I feel like that is something you have to learn, though. You have to learn it from realizing other people are unhappy, and that's why they're telling you those things. And it has nothing to do with you, and it has to do with their mental state. And you should actually just be worried about them, you know? Like, at the end of the day, it's not, most of the things people tell you is just something else going on in their life, and it's coming out, you know?
Yeah. So it's, and sometimes I say this and I was like, if somebody sits there and bullies you or says something that, you know, you don't like, they just trying to put you down, it's in some way it means that they're unhappy in some way with their life or something of that sort. And it's just they're trying to put someone else down with them.
Misery loves company, and I feel like that's something I've always kind of lived by because of people in my life who I learned from a young age were miserable and they wanted other people around them to be miserable and would do genuinely mean things to bring you down. And I was able to like recognize that and be like, wow, this sucks. I guess the only person I can really trust in me is me, you know? And like what I'm doing is just what I say, you
Yeah.
know? Yeah. So I think that's just a really hard lesson to learn. Just from like my sister, she has a hard time with that lesson.
Yeah,
And like,
and everybody says, "Oh, they're just being mean." Yeah, it's probably because they feel that way, or they're jealous of something you may be doing in your life, or they're just unhappy with their own life, so they're trying to make someone else just as unhappy.
exactly. But that doesn't mean that you don't have to like avoid those people. Like you can recognize that those are negative people and separate yourself from them. And that's really part of getting healthy is recognizing it and taking any unhealthy relationships out of your life because they'll only continue to drag you down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Um. What else is not really normalized? I'm trying to think of another one that may really be.
Bipolar is like a joke that is so too normalized, if I could say. You know, everyone's like, oh, you were happy earlier and now you're upset. You must be bipolar. You know,
Or
it's like
yeah,
really
or
trivial.
saying like you're just crazy, or that you just have mood swings or something, and they're not really like,
Yeah.
or like something must have just happened to you that you just like flipped a switch like that.
And so you must be bipolar. And
Yeah,
it's
and it's like, okay, like why? Like
like
why
some
you just,
some people struggle with this genuinely, like have a severely hard time with this. And it's just a joke, you know?
and then they put people down on it and say that, oh, this or that, you just, you're bipolar. It's automatically they're like, you're bipolar.
And it's like hard for people
They
who
don't,
are bipolar who they don't want to hear that. You
yeah,
know?
or like they don't actually try to get to the root of the problem, or they don't actually try to figure out why
Like
you're
they don't.
upset or anything. They just say, hey, this is it.
They don't care. They're just all upset with you. And it's
Yeah.
like, maybe I just changed my mind or I something happened that made me upset. But then there's truly bipolar people and they're manic and they can't sleep at night or they're on their downs and they sleep all day and it's like it's so hard to control and medication is so weird and it's like they don't like it, you know?
Yeah. And I just feel like um it's just people just sit here and say something and it's just, oh, you're this.
Yeah, like we're just gonna diagnose you with a mental illness just because you don't seem completely normal right now.
I'm just like, well, maybe I'm actually not, you know, I'm
Maybe I'm
sitting here
just
up.
upset.
Yeah. We all have off days.
Yeah, like what's another one that's just common? Another mental illness.
I say ADHD. People think it's like, oh,
See, As far as ADHD goes, did you say you had ADHD?
I do. I get super distracted. I'll be
Okay.
doing one thing and then I'll see something else I need to do and I won't even finish the task at hand.
Have you ever considered lining up like ADHD or ADD people with autism? Because they actually line up
I've never looked at
perfectly.
it that way. I've honestly never like kind of just looked at everything.
Yeah, it's actually super interesting because I've always wondered, like, oh, like my dad has kind of autistic qualities. And then I talked to a guy who was highly ADHD. And it was like talking to the same people, even though my dad's one of the most focused people ever. He could never have ADHD ever. But it's like the same. You think the exact same. Because it is like you mentally think different with ADHD and you mentally think different, the same different with autism. Isn't that so cool?
Never looked at it until you brought it up. I never really like, thought about that. I would have been like thought they were two completely different things in a way. But like you
Mhm.
could be just doing one thing. Um like say you're washing dishes and you think, "Oh, I need to go do laundry." You'll leave in the middle of doing dishes to go do laundry, and then when you go and see to go get the laundry to do something, you'll end up like, "Oh, this also needs to get done." So you'll completely abandon doing dishes and then you'll sit down for a moment and then start reading a book and completely forget every task at hand. And it's like, "Oh, I was in the middle of this." And then you'll go back and doing it and it just cycle keeps repeating.
Yeah, it's so frustrating. And it makes school really hard because I was dyslexic. So school was hard for me in a completely different way. But it was like they always paired me with the ADHD kids, you know? So I was in all the same classes. And it was like, I'm over here trying to figure out how to read, and they're over there running in circles. And I'm just trying to figure out how to read, and they're now distracting me, you know? It was always hard
Yeah,
in the
and or like pacing back and forth. That's a big thing I do. Like when I'm, and it kind of, I guess it ties back into anxiety. Like I'll be in the middle of dishes and then something will just pop in my brain. And it could be
Mhm.
the most random thing at the most random time. And then I'm back, like I'll start pacing the floor, completely abandoning everything I was doing. And then another thing will pop into my mind. It's just like you think the worst thing, and you like it ties. I feel like ADHD and anxiety come hand in hand sometimes because you start
Because
like, yeah, because you'll be having ADHD and you're like, this is not normal. And so like you'll abandon task or something, or you feel like you don't have enough time in your day to get all your tasks done.
Mhm.
And you can create a to-do list to try and help you manage that as much as possible. But then it starts, if you abandon something or you can't get it done in time, you really need to get it done, you start having that anxiety and you're like, oh my God. And you just like worry, 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 worry.
Yeah. That's so hard. I never thought about that with like ADHD people and like the like just and it's like you have to do something over here and it's like you can't do something over here and that's stressful.
Yeah,
You
and you
know.
just keep seeing it, and that also ties into like OCD people. If something isn't, like if something just moves an inch to the left or an inch to the right, or it just isn't centered and they can't get it as centered as possible, it will bother them and it will make them like anxious and
Yeah.
feel like, and they'll just start like, and if they have people over at their house, they'll like be like, take your shoes off, or just like please wear like plastic covers over your shoes, or they'll give people certain things, and they worry so much when people are at their house because if they just touch something wrong, or the germs, or like the germaphobes or something like that, they're so anxious about it, and they're like, oh my gosh, what if they move something, and they'll move it back, and then they're like constantly worrying and being in fear because
Mhm.
everything has to be perfect, it has to be in their control, perfect at all times.
I think OCD also very much lines up with autism. After talking to like a few people in like medical and a few people with ADHD and like people with autism, I've kind of realized they're the same. Not like the same, like people with ADHD and people with OCD are technically autistic. Does that make sense? Like it is a form of autism. And those things
Never, I'm
are
never
forms.
worried about that, and like I try to keep like I have like low bordering OCD, but like most of the time, like when I did have a home, everything had to be perfect. Like a
Mhm.
single dish couldn't be like in the sink. But now I've kind of worked my way to like letting things be out of place to kind of help me.
Yeah.
And but then like on Sundays after I clean and I'm like, oh my gosh, there's dishes in the sink. I was like, these need to go where they're supposed to be. They need to be clean. And then, or like if I have a can and it may be in the wrong place on the shelf, I have to
Mhm.
put it in the right place. Like some things I'm worried about, like, or I color code my shirts sometimes, like in my closet. They have to have, like, all the t shirts for this has to be here. All my jackets have to be here. All the
Mhm.
dresses have to be here.
I do that too. I do long sleeves, short sleeves, tank tops, and jackets.
So I'm not the only one, and I haven't it hasn't gotten too bad where I have to color code things because I used to color code, and
I
now
have
I
a color
don't have
code.
to color code them, and I'm so glad I don't have to color code because I used to do like whites, grays, black, and then do the colors and the Roy G. Biv, and then anything outside of it was like at the end. So like pink, like if I had like turquoise or something, it would be there at the end, and I'm just like, okay.
That's really funny. That's really funny. I never got there. I I couldn't. I like physically couldn't do that.
Yeah, I've gotten so much better at it and I feel like I've let it go quite a bit. I've been working on that for 2 years and it took a lot. I literally crying so much that I when I was first doing it, I'd literally cry and be like, "Don't touch it. Don't touch it." And so, um, I I don't know, it took a lot and it took I'd say I did go through therapy. It was something I did go through. I did go through therapy and finding ways to help me break it because it was so bad. And now I'm just like, okay. I
So
still
how
have
is it?
I still have ADHD though. I don't think I'll ever get rid of ADHD, but I find ways to help me stay focused, but it's not 100% always focused all the time. And I mean, there are ways to help me, like, it's not always medication, but there's other things that I do to help me, like, focus on one thing at a time.
Yeah, have you ever tried like more of like a holistic sense of like I think people with like ADHD are having great results with like mushroom
Yeah,
coffee.
that I've done where they have the chocolate and they do the microdosing and it definitely keeps me focused and I actually complete things on time and I complete to-do list and then I'm like, okay, I have more to like I'm still focused. I'm like, okay, I've completed my whole to-do list. Is there anything else I may need to do? And it's not like they're like, oh, that's not a good thing to do.
Hmm. You should
Um
try the mushroom coffee. It's like ground like six different types of non-holistic mushrooms ground up, and it's for like focus, mental health, like brain stimulation, like all these really cool things. I kind of want to know your reaction to it so I can like say a person with ADHD is able to
yeah,
focus better.
I haven't tried coffee because I'm not a big coffee drinker.
Oh, that's fair. That's super fair. See, I used to be a barista, so I love coffee and I'm good at making it.
Yeah, and so if I drink coffee enough, like I do iced coffee, but and I don't really still do that, but that's why I was taking like energy drinks and stuff that like help you focus. I've tried those and I don't feel they work as good
Hmm.
as like normal like normal things that you like I like to experiment and try different things that people say help. Um,
Hmm.
but not it doesn't I I don't feel like it works for everybody or some
Yeah.
things just don't work. Like it may work for somebody else or it just doesn't work.
Yeah,
I said somebody else can try the same thing I do and it works for them, good for them, but like I don't feel like it works.
for you. That makes sense because with my POTS, that's a chronic illness technically. So it's like everywhere I'm looking for things of what to do, all it says is everyone with POTS is affected different. You just have to figure out like what works for you. You just have to figure it out. Like we can give you a few tips on like things that are known to help other people, but like you have to figure it out. You know?
Yeah,
Like
so
it's so hard.
I want to get my thing is I want to test it. I want to get two people in the room with ADHD to try the same product and see if it works or it just does not work at all. And kind of
Uh-huh.
debunk it and say, "Hey, this does not work at all." Because I mean, you
Yeah.
got two different people, two different gene types. They're two completely different people. And
Hmm.
so I want to see how it works.
Yeah. That sounds like, yeah, I like that plan. I could get two people with pots and see what works on us.
Yeah.
Yeah. That'd be funny. I don't think I could do that. It's so like time dependent.
Because I mean, I feel like if a lot of things are trial and error. It's really trial and error for everything. You can get people.
Oh, I need to have the comments pulled up.
Give me the placebo. I've never tried placebo.
I could put like at sugar pills.
That's what I was told the placebo is. And sugar pills, if it's just sugar pills, I'll just take a fuck. Oh, my excuse my. Okay, I just take a spoonful of sugar.
No, it has to be in a pill, and somebody has to tell you it's a magical pill and it's gonna make you all better.
I think that's gonna work.
I mean, it might. Like you never know.
Yeah. Trying to think. Um, I don't think a placebo. I mean, it's all in your head. Okay, I can't say that. Hold on. If somebody tells you that it's a magic pill, that's like Jack and the Beanstalk. I feel like.
It's like Jack and the Beanstalk, yeah.
Yeah, I feel like it's all Jack and the Beanstalk, and I don't feel like that's going to work because it's Jack and the Beanstalk.
I mean, it's worked on people before.
Okay, true. Okay,
Have you
I
seen?
can't say doesn't work
Okay,
because that okay. It's all in the aspect as well of um
the placebo.
yeah.
Okay, I have a great placebo for you. I was watching. Have you seen Outer Banks?
I watched up to season 2.
Oh, I can't tell you then,
No, you
because there's
cannot.
quite the placebo in there. It's good.
Oh
It's.
man,
I won't talk about it. I'm sorry.
don't do it.
I won't. I won't. I won't. Because I don't know. That was probably like my favorite part. I thought it was so funny. It's gonna. I was. Yeah. 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 Um. I don't know. I feel like
Band
everything.
camp. Now I feel like I need to hear the story behind band camp, but then I don't know.
Wait. What?
I don't know if I feel like I want to ask about it, but I don't know if that's
I
something if
want
I
to know what's at band camp.
I know,
Did you
right?
go to band camp?
Be sus. I didn't go to band camp, but somebody apparently went to band camp.
I didn't go to band camp. I was in band for 3 years though. Never learned how to play my instrument at all. Sat there, held it to my face for 3 years, and was in no lower than fourth chair for all 3 of those years. There was a lot of kids.
I think I went to Christian camp at one point. That was worst mistake of my life, and I'm gonna say
Dude,
only
Christian was
because
cool.
they mentally scarred me.
What did they do?
They put a guy on a cross and made it like it was God.
They put a guy on like a real
Yeah,
person,
and literally beat him in front of us. And that literally was like taxing.
and that was a Christian church.
Yeah.
Oh, that's freaky. I went to church camp a lot, and we did not do that. But one time, all the kids got food poisoning because they all ate the suspicious meat. And it's like, if it's suspicious meat, you shouldn't eat it, right? But everybody ate it. I didn't. I was the only kid that didn't get food poisoning. It was like for days, it was like throw up everywhere, just inside, outside, everywhere.
Suspicious meat is like that mystery meat they tell you about.
Yeah, it's like some form of meat and it's pressed and it looks like a different kind of meat and you eat it. That's suspicious meat to me. I don't know, it smelled gross, it looked gross. I was not about to eat that, and a lot of people ate it. I was shocked.
Yeah. It's like that mystery meat.
Mm-hmm. Mystery meat.
But no. I feel like when they said mystery meat, it could have been anything. It could have been animal they found because you're in the middle of nowhere.
In the mountains.
Yeah.
In the middle of nowhere in the mountains. Yep, pretty much. Why is church camp in the middle of nowhere? That's my question.
I don't know because they wanted it secluded so they could have places for zip lining, I'm thinking.
You had zip lining?
Yeah, we had zip lining and they tried to get you to climb up this like really big pole and stuff. It was bad.
So fun. That's so fun. We had ice skating, but that's about it.
Um it was some crazy, it was some crazy things and I was afraid of heights.
That's fair.
Trying to think of what else they did to us. Oh yeah, they made you hike into like the woods in middle of nowhere to go to like a swimming
No.
hole.
That's so fun. What are you
To go,
talking
but no,
about?
hold on. But like they went to the swimming pool hole, and if you didn't know how to swim, they push you in without a life vest.
That's where were you?
I don't know this one in Texas at that time. They sent us off to
Okay.
some like weird
That's
one
because
in the
you're in
middle.
the South. It's a very southern thing to do. That's how I learned to swim.
I don't know. It was crazy.
They threw me in the river and said, "Hope the gators don't get you. If they are around, we have a gun. We'll shoot them. If you hear shots, get out the
Yeah,
water."
hopefully you move out the way.
Yeah,
Um,
and if you don't, make sure you're faster than Lainey.
who? Oh, I want to know who Lainey is now.
She was my slightly younger cousin, who was the slowest swimmer at the time. Like when we were younger, she was the slowest swimmer. So it was like everyone just has to get out faster than Lainey.
I'm trying to think. Someone says, a small fun fact, I do have a small anxiety disorder, but I cope with it by spacing out and collecting my thoughts in order. My dad calls it dweeb moments. Hey, I trying to think. I wouldn't call it dweeb moments.
I wouldn't call it dweeb moments.
Yeah, I'm just saying I wouldn't call it
I
dweeb
wouldn't
moments.
call it that. I would just say that I don't know. I don't know how to help with Spacey. Do you
I
have
space.
any?
I mean, everybody spaces out. It's but you to bring yourself back and say focus on something
Mhm.
to help yourself.
Yeah.
But sometimes if you focus too hard, you go back to spacing out.
I feel like just finding out like different things you could drink that have different levels of like caffeine always helps. Be
I
able
don't
to
feel
stay
like
focused.
caffeine helps with spacing out though.
You don't?
No, because I mean it just provides like some people it depends because ADHD it could either provide a high or a crash. Like if I drink Mountain Dew, I just crash. But if I drink like Pepsi or something, it keeps me like up a little bit, but then I come down crashing. If I do Red Bull, I'm up. So it's like different caffeine things could either bring you up or bring you down and crash really hard.
That actually makes so much sense because, like, sometimes with coffee, it makes me more tired, but like,
Yeah, so like me, I
drinks
can drink
are-
coffee or an energy. Like if I drink a Monster, like I did yesterday, I was still tired after that. Like I went straight to bed after drinking a Monster. And then like
dang.
people are like, "How are you drinking a Monster and going to bed?" I don't know. That's
It's
just
just
how
like
my brain.
sometimes it
It
affects
has
you.
that reverse. It has a reverse effect.
Hmm.
So it's like if I didn't have such like if I could drink coffee like people and get energy, I do that. That's why I don't really drink coffee as much because it doesn't provide the same type of
Focus you're looking for, energy boost you're looking for. Yeah.
yeah.
So it really is like just truly finding that different drink that'll help you.
Yeah, it's finding what works and what doesn't work. If I could find something that works better, then I will stick with it.
Let me know what you find. What you
Yeah,
find
that's why I
working.
said if I try everything and if it doesn't work, then I'm like, it didn't work for me.
You know
I,
what helps me focus? Salt. Salt gives me like this crazy boost of energy. It's
is that
like,
why you're always taking salts? Like just
yeah,
drinking
it's
it?
like a drug. It's like a drug. I get like this insane like boost and I'm like ready to go.
And hi, welcome in, Preston.
Yes, hi, welcome in, Preston.
We are going to do some actual crazy things tonight. I don't know
What's
if I
going
would do this.
on?
We are going to do another crazy food combo.
Should I find the crazy food combo?
Yeah, you can try one and I can try one.
I feel like I should look up crazy food combos to see what I have, you know?
I have a few in my that I have in the pantry, so I will grab that when we come from break. I know that that was something we were going to try again.
I like it. I like it.
I did want to talk about this since we're talking about crazy food combos. I
Vanilla
saw.
ice cream and soy sauce.
I don't think I want to. I don't even have vanilla ice cream for that. Okay, but so I saw this place that makes ice cream, right? And they have the ranch ice cream and all the other kinds of ice creams.
Did you get
They
them?
had okay, they had ranch, they had pizza, they had mac and cheese flavored ice cream, and I'm just like,
Yeah.
those are some weird ones. And I didn't even get them because the one person like smelled the ranch one and it was like it was so gross. And I'm like, oh no. Like it was if I'm gonna take their word for it, and if it's gross, I'm not gonna try it. I'm not gonna go and spend $12 on a tub of ice cream, a little small, tiny tub of ice
It's
cream
so
about
tiny. Yeah,
this big, and it's not gonna
a
be
little
like
quart.
yeah, it's like one of those ones that the tiny Ben and Jerry's ice creams come in.
Mhm,
I'm
mhm.
not gonna go spend $12 for some ranch ice cream or mac and cheese or pizza ice cream that's just not good. I want to spend it on like a tub of like cookies and cream ice cream or something and it actually be good.
And you could put things like soy sauce on it to make it weird.
Oh, I don't think I'd ruin ice cream that way. See,
Strawberries, sour cream, and brown sugar.
see, I have strawberries and brown sugar, but I don't have sour cream.
I have all of those things.
Oh, so you're gonna try that one?
I was kind of debating the freaking ice cream
See,
with, okay, should I try the brown sugar one or the ice cream one? The brown sugar and
why?
strawberry.
Okay, I want to know. I want to know why do you want to do vanilla ice cream and soy sauce?
Because that sounds flippin' weird.
Okay, let's see what else kind of weird food combos they've got here. Butter and sugar sandwiches, popcorn and ketchup,
Yeah, I
melted
saw.
chocolate on a cheese pizza,
Yeah.
honey and pizza. Okay, well I don't have pizza. I
Yeah,
have
and honey and pizza is so good. If you've never done that, you should do that because I do that.
okay, Oreos dipped in orange juice. I don't have Oreos or orange juice. I
Me
have
neither.
popcorn, so I could do popcorn and marshmallows.
That sounds so good. What are you talking about? Popcorn and
Exactly. I
marshmallows?
don't know. It says a weird food combination, and I was like, I mean, hey.
Is that like a kind of like a Rice Krispie treat
I feel like it would be a Rice Krispie treat, but with just
with
like,
popcorn?
yeah, well, popcorn. Let's see. I guess we're just gonna have to do one podcast where we just get all this stuff and just try them, and then we just both try them on our end and see. Because what I might not like, you might like.
I mean, we can do the next show like that.
Yeah, I feel.
One tonight because we'll have like a solid 30 minutes to go grab random food.
Peanut butter hamburgers. Well, my store closes at that time. We're already closed. We close at 9.
Oh, I got you. See, I should have all this stuff. Plus, when I have hamburgers,
Cheddar cheese and apple pie.
I have applesauce.
Nutella and salted chips. I feel like that's sweet and salty.
That
I don't feel
sounds
like
really
that's
good.
I don't feel
Like
like
Lay's and Nutella.
yeah.
Hmm.
Banana and bacon. Well, I can't eat bacon, so I'm kind
I
of out
don't
on
eat
that one.
bacon.
Bacon with
Bacon.
chocolate. I can't eat that either. Cottage cheese and pineapple.
Do you want to try that?
I like cottage cheese, but I don't know how I
Okay,
feel about
I
pineapple.
feel like it would be good, but I can't stand cottage cheese.
French fries and honey.
Yum. Have you never tried that? It's like me and my aunt do that. I think I put honey on everything. I'm kind of like Buddy the Elf, but I do honey instead of maple syrup. You know?
Uh, I'd say I could get some fries from McDonald's, and like I've got honey here. I feel like that would be the only one I could try.
It's so good.
I'm trying to think. Oh, we're still looking at more food combos. Okay, ketchup and ranch dressing. I think that's cranch. Ketchup and ranch is just cranch, and that's an actual sauce in a
Okay.
container.
Is it really? That's a
Yeah,
thing?
it's called secret sauce and stuff. So yeah,
Okay.
so I feel like that's an actual like
Thing.
thing. Yeah.
I would never try that.
Why? Ketchup
I
and ranch?
can't. I can't do ranch. Like I can't.
It's an actual thing.
I believe you. There's quite a few weird things that are actually a thing.
Let's see what else there is. Um,
There's so many.
popcorn and hot sauce.
I do that. I don't know if I have popcorn though, but I've put
I have
hot sauce on ice
popcorn, but
cream.
I have hot sauce as well.
I
Mango
can
and
do hot
chili
sauce on
powder.
ice cream.
Mango and chili powder, but that sounds
See,
good.
that's like I think that's actually like a Mexican candy.
Macaroni and cheese with ketchup. Everybody did that with the hot dogs in it.
Yeah.
Peanut butter and cheese. That one sounds gross.
I mean, dogs like it, right?
Mm-hmm.
So maybe.
Definitely, I feel like.
Yeah,
I'm trying to think.
mangoes and chili powder sounds so good.
Um, what else? What is that? Somebody said Oreos and
Prosciutto,
something.
dude, prosciutto on is this like what kind of melon on cantaloupe? Prosciutto on cantaloupe.
Prosciutto?
Mm-hmm. Like the meat, like the really thin meat. I don't know, that's like super fatty. Strawberries and balsamic? Hmm? I feel
You
like
said
apple,
what did you just say? What are the two food combos?
strawberries and balsamic.
Ah,
But I feel like apples and balsamic wouldn't be that bad.
I don't like balsamic though.
I like balsamic. Oh, what is this? Watermelon and feta.
Watermelon and feta. I don't know.
I
Feta
found
cheese is
one.
like
Avocado and chocolate.
I have
I want to try.
avocados and I have chocolate.
Me
I'll do
too.
that one. We'll do avocado chocolate. Okay, but somebody made an avocado brownie.
Dude,
And
I've
that's
been
actually pretty
seeing people
good.
make like avocado pudding and make it like chocolate flavored. You know? Because you can make like pudding like yeah. Avocados with honey. That sounds good.
You said avocado and honey?
Hmm. That sounds really good. Brie and jam? Who wouldn't want brie and jam on bread?
I don't like brie.
You don't like brie? Brie's my
No.
favorite cheese. Blueberries on steak.
Blueberries on steak.
Like a blueberry, like,
Like a blueberry like sauce or like
yeah,
actual like actual blueberries.
like a sauce. Like, like,
That could be hit or miss if it's done right.
if it's done right, if you make it like the compo correctly, you know,
Yeah, I feel like if it's done right, that would be,
that'd be pretty okay.
yeah.
Hmm. That's the last one on here.
Um
Okay, do I just try like one tonight?
where I'm doing the avocados and chocolate because I have both.
Okay, I kind of want to try that one too, but I also kind of like the avocado and honey. So maybe you can try the chocolate and I'll try the honey.
Wait, you said avocado and honey?
Yeah.
I can try that one with you. We'll both try that one.
Okay, because that sounds so
Okay,
good.
and then what else? Because that really does sound good.
Mm-hmm.
Chicken and penne with maple syrup Alfredo.
Yeah.
I'm kind of confused on that
I
one, but hey, to each their own. Um,
yeah.
I'm kind of confused, but
I
it's
kind of okay. Wait, what was the other one I was thinking of doing?
who puts Cheetos in milk? That's my question. Who does Cheetos in milk? Realistically. Like how did you even come up with that? Ooh,
I have no idea.
peanut butter and sriracha sauce.
Spicy peanut butter,
Cheese and jelly.
like gelatin, or
Like
like
no, like jam,
like
like jelly that you
jam.
put like a peanut butter and jelly.
Yeah.
Oreos and orange juice.
Again,
Weird.
weird.
Pizza and gushers.
I don't, dude. If I had pizza, we'd be pretty set on the weird pizza stuff.
Yeah, the weird pizza combos.
I mean, what would be weird with gushers? Because I totally have gushers, like gushers and
Okay,
whipped
so what if
cream.
you did gushers and whipped cream? That takes it to a whole new level. What okay. What if you did gushers and peanut butter?
Okay, that would be weird.
That would definitely take it to a whole new level.
So I could do avocados and honey and gushers and peanut butter.
Uh-huh. And then I will do the avocados and chocolate, and then I will do the avocados and honey with you.
Okay,
That definitely takes it to a whole new level.
that takes it to a whole new level. Oh
Yeah.
my gosh, that's really funny.
So we've got a few of the weird food combos that we will come back from on the break and try with you guys. And we're going to make one whole, like, not a whole podcast, but a good amount of the podcast where we try different food combos and we basically do our live reactions here.
The weird food combos. Well, we could do this like a daily thing. Like we're always just trying.
Yeah, so like
Weird
last
food.
night she made me try pickles with peanut butter and whipped cream.
And it's good, right?
Yeah, it was actually. I didn't think it was going to be that great, but it was actually better than I honestly thought it was going to be.
Good stuff.
So I was actually thoroughly impressed on that one because I was not expecting that at all.
Well, I figured if you like it with chocolate, like whipped cream, you know.
Okay, but it's definitely not the same.
It is definitely the same.
It was not the same. Is not the same. What else? Trying to think of what we were kind of just trying to.
Sour Patch Kids.
What do you got?
Sour Patch Kids.
This is not wine, by the way, guys. This is not wine.
What is it?
It's soda. It's a it's a Coca-Cola. Mm-hmm.
I love Coke. Good choice. Hi.
I needed caffeine.
But of course.
See, yours just walks into the camera. Mine's while I'm like sitting here doing a podcast. Mine is chewing on a cord. Teared it into one of my lamps, so now my lamp is unusable.
Because you have a puppy.
Unfortunately, yes.
Mm-hmm.
And
yeah.
I have an orange airhead.
Put whipped cream on that.
I don't have any more whipped cream.
What happened to it?
I ate it all.
I have no more funny.
I have no more pickles. I have no more whipped cream. All I have is chocolate chips and honey.
And avocados.
Mm-hmm. I have one avocado left.
That's funny. So last night we were talking about on the second show we were talking about whippets. And
heard that I was like half tuning in. And I went from talking about like machines and how you had to be 21 and over. And then it started like that. And then all I heard is whippets. And I'm like, what are we talking about whippets for? And then I realized what kind, like, where it was going with it. And I was like, oh, okay. They're talking about like
whipped cream.
Yeah, where they had the cans. And I used to think, I was like, why is it a whipped cream can? I couldn't figure out why. And it's for catering people who were using them.
Mm-hmm.
And I just really wasn't going along. I was like, why would it looks so out of place. And then I was just taking it and like, oh, okay, you know. I used to be young and naive, okay?
You've done whippets?
Twice.
I've never.
I don't like the feeling of whippets. I don't like the feeling of whippets. I really can tell you, I do not.
I've been told it's a lot like laughing gas.
It gives me a really bad headache, and I don't I don't feel like I am where I am. That's why I don't like doing it. I thought maybe it's just being in a car when we were doing it because I was in the back seat trying it for the first time. So I did it at a house, and I'm like, no, it doesn't matter where you are when you do it. Doesn't matter.
Makes you feel like shit.
Yeah, it just gives me a really bad headache and just makes me feel like, oh my god.
Because you're like depriving yourself of oxygen.
Yeah, I feel like my brain is getting squeezed. And
it is.
And I was like, this is why they say when you do this stuff, you're losing a brain cell every time you do this. And I was like,
you are. You can feel it every time.
Yeah, and I'm like, I'm a smart person. Why am I doing this?
You always wonder, right?
Yeah, I wonder.
See, I thought laughing gas was so fun. I got that from the dentist, though. And I sat there for like 10 minutes talking to them, just on laughing gas. And they had a whole like crew of people by the time I passed out, just standing around laughing at me on laughing gas.
It was just like trying to think. Um what is that? I was going into whippets. I was trying to think.
Like whipped cream and how you can do whippets from whipped cream.
Yeah, okay. So when you were talking about like losing brain cells, I was trying to I was spacing out for a minute. It was like how like when you do it and you're like not even realizing that you're there,
Mm-hmm.
um how you feel like when you're depriving yourself of this oxygen, you feel like you're like going crazy a little bit because you're not in control of your like body in a sense, I guess.
Yeah, like you don't have control of your oxygen.
Well,
That's
no,
a
not
huge
not
thing.
even that, not even that, not control of your oxygen or whatever, but
But like that is what makes you feel like you're out of control, you know? Like
like
you
you're just
want to
your head is pounding, you're feeling like maybe maybe you just shouldn't be doing what you're doing. It's like, oh, I regret it the moment I did it. So it's
I've
definitely,
been there.
definitely one of those ones like, oh, I will never do this again. And then you go and try it again and you're like, yeah, I don't know how people. And like, I was around people who were doing it and they do like 6 or 7 of those cases back to back. And I'm just like, bro, I don't know how you do this, but you're not going to have any brain cells when you're done with this. But they would fill like laundry baskets of used shells, like the shells from the
The
whippets.
canisters, yeah.
Yeah. And I'm like, they would buy like cases of like 50 to 100 and they just go through them like that and then they buy a
What
second.
do they do with the casings? The shells,
I think they
the
just threw them
canisters?
in the trash. I think they just threw them in the trash can and just like call it a day.
What? I feel like you could like recycle them or like make money off of all of that metal, right?
And try and make your money back on that.
Mm-hmm. Like you could make your money back on that. You
Yeah,
know,
I
you don't have to be
definitely.
buying the container and the oxygen.
Yeah, you'd at least make some of that money back so you can like. I still don't feel like I would buy more whippets, but I mean these people were like really into it, and I'm just like, what? You couldn't get me to do that.
That's funny. That's really funny.
Yeah, it was just like that's not me. It could never be me.
Not doing whippets. I,
No,
I I don't really plan on doing whippets. I don't want to.
I would say don't do it. Don't do it. Save yourself now. Don't do it. And I feel like everybody tries something at least once in their life and they realize, hey, it could
Don't do
be.
that again.
Yeah, and I tried and that's also I tried roller coasters once in my life and it was I think my first roller coaster was at Busch Gardens. And I
Mhm.
never went on a roller coaster again. So it's like roller coasters aren't for me. But I'll do water slides, no problem. And they could be high up but it's the walking up that I'm scared of when I get to like on those water slides. But then doing a roller coaster, that's out of the question. And I am
Yeah.
scared of heights. So like even being on a roller coaster is like, but like it's still like I don't like it. Cause then some of them you go upside down, some you're just really high over, and it's
Mhm.
just not my thing.
See, I'm scared of falling and being upside down, so I don't like roller coasters either.
And I feel
Like,
like for a first time roller coaster, Busch Gardens, the Montu was probably not a good thing to try.
probably not.
And then they're like, oh, you're gonna get on another one straight after that one. It's gonna be the cheetah. And I'm like, oh no, please do not.
Did you go on it?
No. All right. I did want to say we're going to go on a brief intermission. So we're going to take a quick 5-minute little break and we are going to be back. All right. So get your
Our
drinks,
crazy foods.
get your snacks, and we will be coming back with some crazy food combos that we are going to try right here live. So don't forget to come back in 5 minutes to see our reaction.
Hello, welcome back, everybody. Don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button down at the bottom so you never miss when we're here. Alrighty, so we're jumping into doing our weird foods.
We are about to try some weird food combos. So the
Should we
first
try
one,
the honey one first?
yeah,
'Cause we
I
both
want to
do it?
definitely try the honey one. So we're gonna do a avocado and honey, which I'm going to cut my avocado real quick first. So we're gonna cut it right here. So I didn't want it to get. It's not that hard to cut these, but it is a little bit different.
I put mine in a little bowl already.
Okay, so I just gonna do it right here on a cutting board.
Okay, perfect.
Alright,
I didn't
so
do the cutting board, so you're one step ahead of me.
yeah, I was like, I don't know. I'm gonna just try this because I mean, if we don't like it, then that's that. All right, and
That's
I'm
not.
just gonna put some. I got some. I don't know what kind of honey. Some like just generic honey.
Yep, generic honey. Okay, and then
Okay. All right.
so just put the honey right on top, right?
Yeah. Hold on. Let me grab a fork.
I think that was enough honey. That was a lot of honey.
We're gonna grab a spoon because we can't forget that. Okay, so we got a spoon. We're gonna try this. I don't feel like it's gonna be bad, but it might not be.
I think it's gonna be really good. I'm like super excited. Are you ready?
Oh.
I'm like
Okay.
super ready.
All
I
right. Let's
got like
get it.
honey
Ready?
all over it. You see it? Yeah.
Yeah. Let's do it.
Okay.
Mm.
I think it's pretty good.
Mm-mm.
I
Not
would
my
definitely eat those again.
thing.
Maybe
Not
not.
my
I think
thing.
I'd rather avocado salt, but
Not my thing.
I'll finish it for sure. Can't waste an avocado.
Well, I'm about to try the chocolate with it.
Let me know. Chocolate
All
might be
right.
better.
All right. Let's try. So I just got chocolate chips instead of like an actual piece of chocolate.
Good stuff. The peanut butter. I didn't get an extra spoon, and I'm not about to go get another spoon, so I might use the back of the fork.
The back of the. Oh, hold on. All right. So I'm trying to get this chocolate to work. All
Yeah,
right,
I
and then
got you.
I'm almost
Okay,
falling out my chair over here.
so I have peanut butter.
Okay, hold on. I'm like almost falling out my chair. All right. So let's see.
I'm gonna stick like 2 gushers to it.
Okay, I put 3 pieces of little chocolate on it. Okay.
Okay.
All right, so I got my
It.
chocolate. I don't know if you guys can see. It's chocolate and avocado. Wait, are you doing peanut butter and the gushers?
Yeah, I'm doing 2 gushers on here because like I did a lot of peanut butter.
Okay. All right, so
Got
ready?
some peanut butter.
All right,
Yeah.
let's get it.
Hmm.
Good.
It's like extra hard to eat peanut butter.
Does it taste good or does it not like?
Honestly, if you're like one of those people who likes eating peanut butter plain, it's really good.
I just got now. I have a whole. I have a whole avocado just sitting here.
Yeah.
Now I'm about to drink some pickle juice to like wash that down.
Oh, of course. I feel like I should go grab my pickle salt, Be a pickle party.
I want to do some. I want to do some moonshine soaked pickles and just soak it in the, make it interesting.
Moonshine. You can make your own pickles
Yeah.
and do moonshine instead of vinegar.
Mm-hmm.
And then do like the pickle, like pickle leaves. You know?
Yeah, definitely. That's what I was saying. Make it more interesting.
Jeez, I like really don't like drinking. I like really wish I did.
Now I'm just gonna sit here and eat chocolate. And I wasn't supposed to eat chocolate.
Why aren't you supposed to eat chocolate?
I tried not to. And hello, Frack. Welcome in. But okay, we were doing it because of the avocados and chocolate. But you know what? I'm gonna get more whipped cream and do whipped cream and pickles and peanut butter again. That was pretty good. I would say that was actually a really good combination. It's weird, but it wasn't like a gross combo. It sounded gross, but then I'm like, you know what? It might not actually be gross.
I think the original combo sounded kind of weird, and then the new combo sounded kind of weird. You know?
Yeah, definitely.
Definitely.
So
Definitely. What's up?
oh no, say what you were gonna say real quick.
I was just gonna ask if you had any like weird, crazy, obscure stories.
Ooh, like what kind of crazy obscure stories?
Like the first thing that comes to mind when I say that. Like,
All right. During a stream, actually. Um, was when we were playing Call of Duty on stream and we were drinking,
mm-hmm,
and I think I told Brian this story actually. We were drinking, playing a game of Call of Duty when it first came out, the new one.
mm-hmm.
And I don't remember the map because it was brand new map. I'd never played that map before. And Frack was here in this one. He's in the comment section. He could tell you. They watched me flip my chair over a cord and a rug, and my face ate my desk during a stream.
That's hilarious. That's a good one.
And then there's one when I was doing a 24 to 48 hour stream, and and it's a clip on my Twitch actually where we were playing Final Fantasy, and I actually went to go have one of my videos playing in the background of these like $1 million mansions that people were touring,
Mm-hmm.
and people were watching that while I just took a little bit of a little cat nap, as I would say, and I had an air mattress, so this couch was moved. Like it was moved out of here, like it wasn't even here. And so, like right here, the table and the couch was gone. I had an air mattress, so they could still see me sleeping and taking my cat nap while I was on stream.
Yeah.
And it had a I had blankets and stuff, and I went and laid down, and I guess I plopped off the air mattress into the cabinets back here that are behind this thing. And it was literally just like plop. And somebody said I was gonna do it, and I didn't realize that I was going to do it. Like it was unintentional. It was like one of those videos from America Home Videos, like the funniest videos type stuff.
Uh-huh. Where
Yeah.
you just flung. Oh, that's my dog's
You
face.
nearly peed yourself. Yeah, you did, and you were there for that one. And then 8 hours later, I did not sleep for 8 hours. I probably slept for 8 hours because I didn't go to sleep till 9 a.m. that morning. And then so I did sleep till like 12, 1 o'clock. But I kept an eye on chat. Chat was on this big screen TV over here, and then I had all this going on over here. I mean, I did pretty good.
That's awesome.
I'd say I did well for myself. Don't put me under the bus. Look, I got people coming in here throwing me under the bus. Not nice. How rude. How rude of you. I can't have y'all giving away all my secrets only on the 3rd episode. Jeez. Y'all can do that halfway through or something. Holy cow. Come on, give it a few more episodes. We gave some away last night. And y'all still got another one tonight. So, hey. It's either try to give away more stories, man. All right. Mention one. I'll let you mention one and we'll see if it's something worth mentioning. They have so many stories of me. They made a music video to me playing Final Fantasy. They've done raid scares playing horror games. Female Corey. Okay. Do I need to tell the story behind this one?
Mm-hmm. Female
All right.
Corey, let's go.
So when I first met Frack over here, I met him first out of this little friend group. And then he introduced me to some more people. And there was this guy named Corey. And me and him would say the same thing or say stuff at the same time. And they're like, oh my God, it's a female version of Corey. Or I sounded in a way similar and say things that he would normally say, but it was me saying it. And I guess it was just similarities. Now they don't call me that anymore. Thank goodness, because I was so tired of hearing, oh my God, it's female Corey every time. And so now I don't hear it anymore, and it's amazing. So, quite nice to not hear that. So, and yeah, I still talk to this friend group, so it's quite nice.
That's awesome.
And
you and Corey are good?
Huh?
I said you and Corey are good?
I haven't talked to him anymore, so
Alrighty.
yeah, I haven't talked to him in a while, so but we used to say the same thing, same time, sometime.
That's really funny.
Yeah. And dating stories. I don't have any dating stories to tell you, unfortunately. I've failed in the dating department.
Hmm.
I failed in the dating department.
I've only had one boyfriend.
I've had quite a few. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie to you. I've had quite a few. But they haven't been good guys, and they don't deserve that acknowledgement.
Agreed. I completely agree.
I'm too old. You're never too old.
Never.
Old? Old? What is old? Like 100 years old? Yeah.
It's just a number.
You're never broken. You believe you're broken. Broken is like an object, a toy, something like his arm ripped off, but you can put it back together.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so since Lily has only had one boyfriend, does she have pet peeves that Preston does?
Pet peeves that Preston does. Oh my goodness.
Oh, let's talk about pet peeves. Let's talk about those.
Just in general, I hate when people go slow in the fast lane. It's called a passing lane. It's not like a fast lane. It's a passing lane. You pass and you get your ass back over.
I feel the same way. So I've on my way to work every day or coming home, there will be those people who do. So it happens all the time. It's 65, right?
Yeah, 65 on the highway.
They will do. Well, I'm talking about down a road that I like where I'm going to work. It's not even a highway. It's just a road. And it's 65.
Oh, okay.
And so people will literally do 45 on a 65.
Do they sit next to each other too? And just
yeah, I'm like, and then so there'll be space, and then you try to like speed up, like go around them, just like speed up and get around the other car, and they will literally speed up so you can't. And then just keeps like stays just riding side by side, and I'm like, oh my God, and I will lay on the horn, and I'm not a person who lays on the horn. But I will literally lay on the horn, and I will be like, get back out of the way. And I've rode with people who will flip people off because, and I'm just like, we're gonna get in trouble today. But like, I've never realized until this week, I've never realized how bad my rage is with some people.
I've been working on it a lot over the course of like 3 years. I've been really working on my road rage.
Like, I'm so like, I do not know why people do that. Like, they will literally drive in the left lane, and it's like they still like they do like not even the speed limit. They'll go like 5 under the speed limit, or like 10 under the speed limit, or
Mhm.
even lower. And I'm like, can you get in the right lane and do that?
Hey, do you ever have people where you're like coming up from behind and like someone sees you from behind and they'll cross into the other lane and sit next to the person they were following? Like they were behind somebody, so they see you and they get their ass over and sit there and they just control your speed because they saw that you were speeding. That happens to me like damn near daily.
What I've
People
actually been
control
in
my
an
speed.
accident because somebody did that. Like, they T-boned me because I was going to a doctor's appointment that day. And
Mhm,
it's how I had my car before what I have now. I bought just a car cash. It's a 21-year-old car. But I had a brand new 2020 Volkswagen that I bought myself from college. And what I did was I like was driving in the left lane, trying to get around people.
mhm,
And I was
mhm.
just driving. I was in my lane, doing like just going this like a little bit over the speed limit, but you
Like
can't say that
5
to a
over,
cop.
10 over.
I was
I do
doing
this
10.
all the
Okay, I'm
time.
gonna say this. I was going 10 over. I wasn't doing the normal 5 over. I was doing 10 over, which isn't too big of a deal, but to some
No,
people it is. If you tell a
I mean,
cop
if
that,
you
you're
do
gonna get.
9, you won't get pulled over. If you do 9,
Oh
I
no,
stick to
I
9.
my ticket has been 9 over. I got a ticket and it was a $300 ticket.
I've
And then
never
I
paid
told
$7
I
for a
told
ticket.
insurance and they're like, how much speed were you doing over? It was like 9 over, and they're like, what the heck? And so that's the only time I've ever had a speeding ticket was when a 9 over. It was actually on the like 5 minutes from my job because I was already running late because of an act like something else that happened.
Mhm,
And so I was like 9 minutes. And it even made me worse late. But
mhm,
like I was just driving and this guy, he was older. I'm gonna say older. He was like in his like 65, 70.
mhm.
And he said that he was trying to get over and he didn't see me. And I was trying to get over at the same time. I was like, dude, I was already in this lane. Like I was like still here. I was
And you
like,
just, like, got over. So did he
yeah.
T-bone you or did he, like, sideswipe you?
So well, it was a side swipe that like pushed me over. Like so it's like two on this side that are going this way, and then you
Mhm.
have like a median, and then you have your two lanes that are going this way.
Yeah.
He hit me so hard that I went drifting over the median and crashing over a pole and turning to the other side of the median.
Holy crap. That's
And I
scary.
literally had to slam on the brakes, and it literally took my from my tail light all the way up to where my front passenger side door was. Like that whole door was just and they said we couldn't determine fault. And I'm like, "Are you kidding me? You couldn't determine fault." And funny enough, I was 2 minutes from my doctor's office and in front of a furniture store. I was like, okay.
That's
Um, and
hilarious.
and then somebody says,
Technically they can pull you over for 1 over, but in the state of Colorado, ain't nobody gonna do that because everybody speeds, including the cops, which you
yeah.
can speed by, and I do.
And somebody asked, is she saying that Preston drives slow in the fast lane?
Preston would never. Preston would absolutely no way in hell would Preston ever drive in the slow lane because it would make me so upset.
Okay, I was like, are we gonna say some sarcasm there? We're
No,
gonna have
he
some
would
sarcasm. Okay.
genuinely no. I taught him how to drive, so he drives like me.
I say if people say I am a crazy driver, I'm a defensive driver.
I just get from point A to point B as quickly
I
as
do it
possible.
quickly and efficiently as possible.
Yes, exactly. I do as
And
quickly and
anything
efficiently as
less
possible.
and anything less irritates me.
Do you line up your drive for the light cycle so you don't hit a light?
Do I what?
I line up my drives with the light cycles
How the heck
so
do you
you
do
don't hit
that?
a light. you can get in the light cycle because there's
I
like
did not know
cycles.
that.
It's
I
like,
did
have you
not
ever
know that
noticed
you could
you
hit
either
a
like,
light cycle.
yeah, no, think about it. You either hit all the lights or you don't hit any lights. Like, have you ever noticed that's how it always goes?
Well, sometimes I've noticed that where I've gone and I've hit I've gotten green lights all the way
Every light.
home.
And
And then
sometimes
there's
you
times
hit
where I've
one
gotten
light too.
half green lights, half red lights. But I mean,
Yeah.
I what time I leave basically,
Mhm.
because I leave an hour and a half to hour and 15 minutes before I have to go to work.
That's her. But you also live like really far from work, don't you?
I do. I live 45 minutes to an hour at work, depending on like the time. That's
Hmm.
why I say I was like, I was like, with doing this, I was like, I gotta have a good time because 6 o'clock, getting out of work at 6 and leaving like 6:15 or so, like trying to get out of there.
Hmm.
Sometimes, and I was just like, I'm never gonna get out of here on time. I'm never gonna be here in time. So I need you guys to make sure I get out of here by 5:30 because that's even pushing it because 5:30 is rush hour traffic.
Yeah, for real. Wait, when does your rush hour traffic start? Because ours starts at 4 and goes to
It's
6.
it starts at like 4:45, 5 o'clock, and it doesn't go until 6:30. Is like 6:30 is when it starts ending.
Hmm.
It depends on like where you are because you're getting right off, like it's right by the highway and stuff. And people just drive slow and they don't care about anybody else. And they will literally sit there and just go so slow.
Hmm. See, our problem is that Colorado blew up randomly, and we weren't expecting that. So we like doubled in the last however many years, and the roads can't hold all those people. Like it wasn't meant for all the people here, you know? Like even our ecosystem can't support it, like the plants. What?
You said your ecosystem can't handle it.
All the people. Colorado
How
has
does
like
that?
a really sensitive ecosystem, and we live in this weird bubble, and it's like a different, like we have like this weird kind of atmosphere around the state of Colorado because of our mountains,
Mhm.
and it holds everything in. So all of our like greenhouse gases that we're emitting, it's not going anywhere. It's staying within Colorado, within this like bubble we have. So all of our bad oxygen is getting recirculated through the air. It's not going away. So like our trees and our like all the plants can't
When you
handle
say
all
bubble,
that bad oxygen.
when
Hmm?
you say bubble, I think of from The Simpsons when they were all trapped in
When
that
they're like
bubble,
trapped in the bubble, it's
and
like
they
a
had them.
metaphorical bubble like that. Yeah.
That's what I think of when you say
Mhm.
trapped in a bubble.
Um, if you're coming in from Nebraska, you can
Um,
see it.
is there
And
an
you can
actual like? Is it actually look
no,
like a?
you can see the brown because it's so gross. It's this giant brown cloud in the sky above us all the time. But you can't like see it when you're here. Like it seems normal, but there really is like this terrible amount of greenhouse gases in our oxygen. Like a year ago, I think we had worse air than every city in all of China and Japan. Is that
About that?
insane?
Yeah, you're eating Sour Patch Kids, and I'm eating an Airhead.
Fruity candy. Cheers.
I know. Here's the
Ding.
candy. Candy and chocolate and pickles and Coca-Cola.
I have honey and peanut butter.
I honey too. Here you go. Here's cheers to honey too.
Cheers to honey too. I have gushers as well.
So many puns with what you're eating. We love puns here.
We do love puns. I can be very punny. You want to know what? One thing Preston does that mildly bothers me.
Oh, yeah,
He
we're talking
calls
about pet
me.
peeves. Let's do
He
more pet
calls
peeves.
me hilarious Lily because I'm not funny. Every time I'm not being funny, he calls me hilarious Lily. But if I'm high, and I'm not being funny, I'm a high hilarious Lily. It's more funny
Called
when I say it than he says it.
yeah, I used to eat a lot of candy and snack all the time
Hmm.
because I love snacks. So I have this ottoman when I go on trips. I fill a huge ottoman full of like snacks. I just spend like $200 on snacks, like individual sized snacks or like
Hmm.
cans of like Pringles and like bags of like chips and stuff.
Hmm. Like bread and peanut butter. You do
Yeah.
that?
And
Mhm.
like those little individual packages of like powdered donuts and those little things of like muffins and stuff.
Oh
So
my
I like
goodness.
get the individual wrapped muffins and crumb cakes and stuff like
We
that.
do this too for traveling. All of those things, everything you listed,
Yeah,
we
and
do
then I
one
get like
postage
things
case.
of tuna, the individual tunas and like
Mhm.
the ones that in the resealable things and they're like
Yes.
flavored ones.
Uh-huh. We do
And then
that too.
and the little Ritz crackers and like
The
Slim
ones with
Jims and all
cheese.
kinds of
Yes.
different stuff.
Yes, all the things. The mini
Yeah,
Slim Jims though. We always get the
yeah,
mini ones, not the
yeah, the
big
mini
ones.
ones.
With in
And
like
so
in the huge pack.
yeah, so I do that too. And so I would get an ottoman and I filled this whole thing. And every time somebody sees me, I'm walking around with something else like peach cups or like Slim Jims and stuff like that, or like donuts. And I'm just sitting there eating all the time. So
Mhm.
then they started calling me sugar tits because everything I ate was mostly filled with sugar. And I'm just always munching. Or they started calling me the munching beaver.
Okay, well, I eat like 4 beignets a day, and I don't know what's more covered in sugar than a beignet.
I was like, okay,
Do you not? I have some. I can have some later. I'll bring a beignet.
what is a beignet?
It's like a French donut.
Like a raspberry filled donut?
No, it's filled with air.
It's filled with air?
It's filled with air. It's like fluffy, you know.
No, I don't know.
Um, it's like yeah, just like a fried square donut that's filled with air. Instead of having a hole in the middle, there's just air in the middle. You're
Real reason?
in Florida.
Okay, Frack, it's not you who calls me that. It's my other group of friends. They called me that. I don't know why you would call me that, but yeah, I have my other friends here who call me that. And sugar, what? We know what sugar is.
Wait,
Because
what?
somebody says, because I can be sweet but bad for your health, is why they call me sugar tits.
That does make sense. Mm. Apple and spice donuts. What?
We don't and spice donuts. I don't know where you got apple and spice donuts. It's because
Sounds really good.
we don't have apple and spice. And I'm not sweet. I'm sweet and salty. I'm sweet and salty. When they say Dunkin' Donuts, oh yeah, Dunkin' Donuts has some pretty nice one. But like, okay, so I say I'm like Patch Kids, sweet and sour, because sometimes I'm nice and then sometimes I'm just like, ugh.
And see, I'm always nice, but I'm like the mischievous one. Like, I remember one time we went to Louisiana on April Fool's Day, which is funny that it's today. But my aunt hid from me all day. I didn't see her. She locked herself in her room and barricaded the doors. So I couldn't get to her because she was scared of what I was going to do for April Fool's.
The April Fool's thing I really wanted to do, but my friends all left me. But they brought me my birthday cake and wine. It wasn't good wine. I'll say that. It wasn't good wine.
No.
It was red wine that was really dry. And I told them, they made me try it. And it was like, this is not good. And they're like, I know it's dry wine. I was like, yeah, I don't like red wine. I'm a white wine type of person.
I gotcha. I like red wine, but
Yes, Frack did end up getting me a dress.
Huh?
I've gotten a necklace, I've gotten a dress, I've gotten quite a few gifts. Has Lily ever mean pranked someone on April Fool's Day? Have you, Lily? I have.
I don't know if it's like mean, but one
Let's
time, okay, I was probably like 6 or 7. So I was like really little, and I woke up, I set my alarms for like 3 a.m., and I snuck downstairs. My dad had a sugar bowl for his coffee every morning, and he just sat on the
oh,
counter right next to right next to his coffee maker. So I dump all the sugar back in the sugar container, took the whole thing of salt and dumped it in there to where it was like equal. And then I put it back, and I'm putting like the sugar back, and I'm putting everything back. And my mom comes down and she's like, "Oh my God, what are you doing?" And I was like, "Oh, I was just putting salt in the sugar container. It's April Fool's, ha ha ha." And like, I thought she switched it back because she caught me, but she thought she caught me before I did anything. So that morning, I was expecting absolutely nothing to happen because I thought everything was switched back and like my prank had gone wrong and that was fine. And my dad takes a sip of his coffee and spit it out. And I swear he looked like he wanted to beat me. He was so upset because yeah, he does a lot of sugar.
I think I did for a mean April Fool's prank. I went. I thought I was gonna make everybody lose their damn job. I'll say that. I almost did. I went and changed all the alarm clocks. I went and changed all the alarm clocks. And I think what I ended up doing to my brothers is I made them get up super early. And I was like, "Oh my God, you're gonna be late for school. The bus is gonna leave you." And for my older brother and my sister, I told her, "Oh my God, you're late for work. Like, oh my God, you're gonna get in trouble. This that." And they rushed out, leaving their
I
lunch and stuff. And I was like, "Oh." And my brother ended up ripping his shirt and hat, his work shirt. Like he got it caught, but he was trying to rush and like I was like, I'm gonna get in so much trouble.
You're
Are you
gonna get in
kidding
so
me?
much trouble. Did you?
My brothers didn't think it was funny because they ended up having to walk 15 minutes to a bus stop and they had to walk it back. So that was pretty mean. Um and then my sister and my bigger brother, they were just like, um, I hate you right now. I actually like when I got in the car, it's actually not that time. I don't like you. You made me rush and think I was gonna be late. And I was
Sorry.
I think they didn't talk to me for like a week and a half. And I was like, okay, this is my fate. This is
It's
my
fine.
fate.
That's really funny. I never did that. My friend though tied everyone's shoelaces together one time. Like she managed to like get down like the floor and crawl around and tied other people's shoes together. Like she went down, and so everyone was like connected by their shoes.
Be something I would do too. That'd be pretty nice. So I pranked my mom and called her and told her that that grandma passed away, and I got okay. That's pretty mean. I say don't prank anybody saying you're pregnant, somebody's passed away or something. That's kind of mean. I had a cop friend call and say I was arrested, and told her that bail was $1,000, and she said I could stay the weekend. I would tell you the same thing, Bragg. Sorry, but you deserve to stay. Whatever you did, you deserve to stay in jail for that weekend and think about your actions. You deserve it. Stay in jail.
100%.
Stay in jail. Think about your actions. Maybe you won't do it again. 14? Well, shoot. You shouldn't have been getting in trouble. I did want to, I thought about that, calling one of my closest friends and telling him, like, doing whatever county I'm in and telling him, hey, I'm in jail. And I would do that whole crying when they did the asked this, like, this is a collect call from so and so jail. And I'd be like, I got in jail. I went and I was like doing this, and I was trying to be funny and go skinny dipping, and the cops came and they got me for public indecency. I wanna do that.
Do you want to know how my call would go? It'd be like, hey, so dad, I went to jail, and you should come pick me up. I'll talk about it when you get here.
No, I would do that because then they'd be like, ah, shit. Like, because they know I gotta do something that I would do. Because if I said something I normally wouldn't do, they'd know I'm lying.
Fair, 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 fair. But
And
the
they
number
know
of
it's been on
times,
my bucket list for a while, so they'd be like, "Shoot, it's been on her bucket list." Like this one, I've been trying to get him forever. I kept saying
Mhm.
I was gonna get a dog. I was gonna get a dog, and here I am a year later, and now I got a dog.
I always do that. Whenever I'm like, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do this. I was like, I'm going to get a cat. I'm going to get a cat. I got a cat.
You keep switching off the screen. Dang, keeps
Mhm.
flickering on and off. I don't know. Get it together, man.
Wait, who keeps switching off the screen?
Ryan.
Okay,
It's like Brian.
not like us, right?
No. He keeps switching the screen off. Now he put it in the comments, so I was like, yeah, you can't gotta get together. Let's pick on him a little bit. So let's talk about more pet peeves. What is another pet peeve that you find in someone? So say that you are uh parenting technical difficulties. The producer is drinking. Ah, shoot.
Oh,
None
shit.
of us are drinking. It's just you.
Mhm.
Oh, I do have more Jello shots, by the way.
Oh, that's fun. I still have the joint. I only took
Yeah,
like one cigarette.
we have different flavors this time.
Ooh, did you get more?
I know. I had a whole fridge full, so I got them, and I have a whole fridge full. So I
Oh,
was
that's
gonna
so fun.
see. I was gonna be like, should we do Jello shots for the second part of the?
Yeah,
We're gonna do Jello shots for the second part.
I like it.
I don't want to do it too early because then I'm gonna get tired.
I could do like water shots. Like, how many water shots can Lily do in a row? I could probably do like 40.
So in fact has been there when I've done like 8 or 9 White Claws back to back.
Wait, what? I could not.
Yeah, I literally stab a hole in it and
Oh,
like
shotgun it.
stop and chugging it. And
Yeah, you shotgun it.
last time I did that, it ended up spraying on the wall over here.
See, I've
But
only ever done that with like Red Bull.
I can do I will do that. I will save that one for next weekend, guys.
I will shotgun a Red Bull if anyone wants me to.
Well, shoot, if you're gonna shotgun a Red Bull, I'll shotgun a White Collar, one of my like hard
Like,
seltzer drinks.
because like I've never shotgun liquor before, but I would shotgun a Red Bull every day at work. We'd get around and just
One
do
day we
together.
need a Preston reveal. Somebody said so. One day we need a Preston reveal.
A Preston reveal. Preston can come on. I'll get him at some point.
And then Holly was there when I drank 2 bottles of tequila and a 12-pack. I think that was the day I flipped my chair and we were going shot for shot, and y'all were telling me that I wouldn't do it. So I started drinking Jack Daniels straight from the bottle, and I finished the whole bottle with Ciroc Passion. And then we were doing 9 White Claws. So yeah, we were pretty messed up that day. And I flipped my chair, and then y'all were all there for that.
My like craziest time drinking, I got so drunk because my mom was super drunk and she kept making me mix drinks because she wanted to make them, but she didn't want to drink them. So she gave them to her daughter. It was like 16, 17. I was 17.
I yelled at you to stop. I probably did. I probably did. Telling you to stop doing stupid stuff. My mom knows I don't drink tequila. She freaking made me drink tequila, and I did 9 shots of tequila. And I'm like, everybody's like, is she okay? Is she drunk? I was like, no, I'm feeling good. And I was like, I'm just hungry. I want food. So we stopped at Wendy's. And I was like, I just want one of the $5 biggie bags. I want chicken nuggets and fries and a hamburger. It was great.
That's hilarious. Every time I think of tequila, I think of Tequila Makes Her Clothes Fall Off, the song. Have you ever seen the music video? It's about his grandma in the music video.
Oh
His
my
grandma.
god.
Yes, and his
We're
grandma's
gonna have to do a music video type thing where we watch these music videos and get a reaction, like a live reaction to this. Because
Okay, Tequila Makes Her Clothes Fall Off is a very good reaction video. For
yeah,
sure.
and then I wanna do this. So and then the try not to laugh challenges should be another good one that we do.
Weird Al videos are hilarious, always.
I
Do you
just
like
said
Weird
that.
Al?
Try not to laugh. I just said that. But those would be a really good like ones that we should try, and it would definitely like be interesting.
For sure. Plus, like,
If you get me to do that, I will literally just sit here and I will just stare off into space. So I prefer not to. I get too relaxed and I'm just like, hi.
but, I think that's because you're using the wrong strand.
No, I use the stuff that like helps.
What
And
do you
I
mean? What is it
so like
supposed to help?
indica puts you in the couch.
In the
Indica,
couch, in the couch.
yeah, and sativa makes you get up. And I've done hybrid because I kind of just wanted to be like not in the couch, but I didn't want to be too.
Yeah.
But like I've done it, and I just not for me. I'll just sit here and I'm just like chilling.
Hybrids can make you tired. You have to get like a super like high focus sativa. Yep.
Just
That's
like
it.
ah. And I'm on a sugar rush right now from eating so much cake.
What kind of cake?
It was
Birthday
vanilla cake with a bunch of frosting. Hold on, let's go get it. I'll show you. Tell you about the
should.
you went to sit on her couch and missed it. I did actually. I did. We were just talking about that.
When you fell off the bed?
A bed, and it was it was a couch, but it was actually a bed.
I gotcha.
Okay, hold on. This is shoot. Hold on. I gotta turn on some lights here, so you guys. I gotta change the color of the lights. Hold on, so you guys can actually see my. Because you're not gonna be able to see it with these colored lights. Let's do yellow, so you guys can kind of see. Hold on. Hold on. All right. It is. It looks orange, like a frosting, or like a carrot cake, but it's not. I promise.
It looks like Mardi Gras threw up on it.
Oh wait, hold on. I have it upside down. Hold on. There you go.
I like it. It looks like Mardi Gras threw up on it with like the green and the purple.
Yeah, I don't know. My friend got this custom like I don't know with colors. So I was like, that's pretty like festival like type.
Yeah, very festive. Like all the.
Yeah. I was like, thanks guys, you know, I'm gonna be on a sugar high. Nobody else ate any with me, so I'm just sitting here, you know.
You get the whole cake.
I know.
Bring it to work. That's a great way to share. If you don't want
I
to.
don't work with anybody that would, but like, I literally, it's me and one other person in the morning. So like, and they don't even. Oh shoot! I just literally took off a whole.
It's okay. Don't think about it. It's fine.
But like, they don't eat cake. They don't eat dessert. So it's like, I don't like dessert either. I'm gonna be on a sugar high. You know, I don't get clear skin like this by eating sugar. I stay away from it and I get clear skin, you know? Ever since I cut back on the sugar, I've gotten so much clear skin and it has taken away my acne.
That's awesome. I never thought about the sugar affecting acne. I'm going to continue to eat sugar now.
Cake all over my hands. Okay, but I have found out by different ways of like different things of trying like what has helped with acne, and it definitely, I will definitely say it has helped with acne and clear skin because I haven't broke out as much. Like I'll still break out like right here or like right here,
Hmm.
but it's not as bad as like getting it all over here and then like all over here and like all over my face. Because I used to
I
get it
get it
all
like
like all
here.
here and then all right
Mhm.
here on my face. Like
I
all
got
over.
my forehead too.
Yeah, so it's like forehead, my
Mhm.
chin, and the sides of my face.
My big thing was I had to stop popping. I had to learn to stop popping. That was a hard learn.
I use that cream so it dries it out.
You could do toothpaste too, you know.
Well, that works too.
That works.
Lily
We should do
counters
like the
sugar
pimple
with salt.
pouches. Huh?
Somebody said Brian says you counter sugar with
Sugar with
salt.
salt. Yeah, I feel like it all just makes your blood move better, right? Sugar and salt, it just like
Makes your
affects your
blood
blood
pressure
flow.
go up.
Exactly. All of it. My blood pressure is so low, I'm basically dead. So I need all of it. I had a doctor check me and she was like, "Oh my god, you're basically dead." And I was like, "I just took Xanax. Does that affect anything?" And she was like, "Yeah, you're probably fine."
A blanket here. You know, I'm gonna be comfortable like I'm in what is it called? Antarctica. So cold is it here? Oh, I feel like a superhero right now, guys.
I like it. The cape.
I got the cape. And I'm not even drinking, and I'm like this cheese. I sounded like an owl a little bit.
That's funny.
I wonder what the late night show is going to be like if I have this much energy. Holy cow!
You might crash by then.
I've been up since 8 a.m.
Holy cow.
I have not had any sleep since 8 a.m. So I have not even had a nap. This is gonna be fun.
I think I slept till noon. Osborne, please come here.
doing
You're
a
my
shot,
dog.
doing a shot just for you. Yes.
Ozzy, please stop. Stop.
Then's there.
He's got
Are,
so much German Shepherd in him. It makes him all freaked out.
ah.
Hmm.
Is there any more pet peeves that you may have?
I don't like feet.
Oh,
I
I hate feet.
can't do feet.
People
I
will
can't
do it
stand
just
Preston's
to
feet.
make me irritated. They will literally go like wiggle their feet in front of me, knowing I hate feet. I'm like, please do not. I will punch you.
No, it's pretty regular that I'm like Preston, your feet are like, I realize they're way down there, but they're too close to me. Can you move them over? Please, like your feet are too close to me right now. Like you're not touching me, but they are too close.
Like them near me or touching me.
No, no. I hate feet. Um, what else?
She's made me get off the bed before. Oh, dang. She's kicked you off the bed.
Because his feet were stink. They stunk. I was like, Preston, your feet stink. You need to get off the bed.
Oh, go wash your feet.
Go wash your feet, Preston. Sorry.
My friends will tell on me and her friend, and hey, Preston's gonna tell on Lily. Oh, what have y'all started?
Wait, Preston stories? I don't know. I feel like I could always go into Preston's like background if he's okay with that. But
I feel like
not.
my pet
What?
peeves are the fast lane. Definitely is that if people
Oh,
drive too fast.
100%. When people fully stop at stop signs,
Mhm.
that bothers me. Like, why are you fully stopping? Like, there's no cop. You don't have to stop.
Or um or when I'm somewhere and somebody just comes up and touches me without asking.
Do people do that?
Yeah, people will just come up and touch you without asking.
Like strangers?
Strangers or anybody just because they know you and whatnot. Like they'll just come up and touch you without asking.
Hmm.
That is so weird.
Maybe
I'm
I'm
like,
not
please
around
do not
enough
touch
people.
me. I'm like, please do not touch me. I will hurt you. I'll go from like that smiley, happy person to I will
Don't
hurt
touch
you
me.
right now. Don't touch me.
Mhm.
And that's why you said scary Aries. I was like, sometimes when I need to be. um, another one. The feet. Feet is another one.
Blinkers. I don't like when
People
people
don't
don't lose their blinkers. Like,
yeah,
it's there for a fucking reason, no?
use it.
Please.
I cannot
Unless it's
stand.
broken and then get it fixed.
I can't stand when a woman will state they don't need a man, but yet they cry about that they don't have one. I'm guilty of that one. Hold on, I'm guilty of that one. I'll say I don't need a man and then be like, I'm lonely. I
See,
just want
I'm like, I don't need a man, but I have one. For
I feel like
instance.
I just want to cuddle. I just want somebody who will go on cute little dates with me and go watching the stars. Let's do a freaking picnic. I'm guilty of that one. I'm saying I am guilty as shit of that one. Another one may be like trying to think of another one. Oh, so I snapped on them earlier about it, but like I was sitting here and we're talking and doing something,
Hmm.
and like they'll sit here and be really loud, like and I've had friends over too, and they've stayed like a couple days in my house, and they'll scream and yell while I'm working because I used to work from home, and I lost my job because of them as well because they were screaming and yelling while I was working, and I would even have the door closed and they'd still be super loud screaming and yelling.
Hmm.
So I feel like when you're like talking really loud and I can hear you and everybody else can hear you on the other end, like that's another thing.
Just being overly loud for because you can.
Yeah, just
Yeah.
screaming just because. You can buy
Yeah.
yourself flowers, hold your own hand. Yeah, that okay, I don't like that song, but yeah, something like that. Yeah, something like that.
Trying to think. I don't know. Preston, do you know of any of my other pet peeves? Do you want to comment? If you
Yeah,
can think of
Preston,
any,
tell us some.
maybe he will. I don't know.
Tell
He
us
might not be paying
all the
attention.
teas. Come on.
It's mostly just driving. And like I taught him how to drive, so it's like we're good, you know?
We know what you meant.
He says. Hmm.
I
It's like really feet. I like really hate feet.
don't even like people at the salon touching my feet.
Yeah, no. It grosses me out that they're
I
touching
went
my feet.
Yeah, I went to get a pedicure once and never again have I gone to get a pedicure.
And it tickles.
I feel like I'm gonna kick one of those people in the face. Like, oh,
I think I've asked one of them one time if they've ever been kicked in the face because like it's definitely on my mind while I'm sitting in that chair, you know, like
like,
kicking this
dude, it's
person in the face.
tickling and like,
Not, yeah, it's like
yeah,
an
not
incidental, and it's like, oh shit, I can never come here again. You
yeah,
know?
because it's just a reaction to like, oh, my feet are tickling, stop, and then like,
Yeah.
you're like,
So yeah, I asked one time. He was like, "Yeah, actually, kids kick me in the face most of the time when I do this. Like most of the time, if it's like a kid under the age of like 10 or 12,
it's
they'll
not.
just always.
I hope it's not a grown full adult. Full grown adult. Just yeah, I'm just kick
Yeah,
some.
kid feet are better. I don't mind kid feet as much for sure.
What are Preston's bad habits? Does he snore? Is he a happy drunk? Does he leave the door open when he? Okay. Okay.
Oh my
That
gosh,
was a little too much on that one. Um,
he will leave the door open when he proves to talk to me, and I'm always like, Preston, you can close the door and I can still hear you.
like when people talk to me when I'm trying to go to the bathroom, I'm like, let me go to the bathroom in peace. Because sometimes when
Yeah.
I'm going to the bathroom, I'll be watching TikToks or I'll be like reading a book. I'll be really interested in like having my own time.
Yeah. See, I guess it's like sometimes I'll be going to the bathroom and suddenly Preston will join me, and the cat will join me, and the dog will join me.
Why? Like,
And
it's
suddenly
like a
we're
whole
all in the
show.
bathroom. And I'm like, why are you in here with me? I just wanted to go to the bathroom really quick. Can everyone please get out
Like,
for
this
2
doesn't,
minutes?
yeah, does this
Please.
not need to be a show? Like, it does not need to be a show. Just go.
Just go. Yeah, like I get the dog, kind of, because he's like always right here.
Yeah, that's
But
how mine is. If I try to put him in the kennel to go to the to shower, he will whine until he's right next to me.
yeah,
And then,
mine has a thing with the shower though. He
and
loves
then
it.
yeah, and then if I go in the shower and he's just sitting out there, then what happens is he'll like peek his head through the shower curtains and just watch me and knock things over like the shampoo
Huh?
bottles and the conditioner
Isn't
bottles.
it so cute? I think it's cute.
And then sometimes I've walked out and like behind the door, I have a
Mhm,
hanging like one of those little single tall mirrors.
mhm.
He will be sitting there staring at himself in the mirror. He's like obsessed
That's
with
so
himself in the
cute.
mirror. And like my
That's
mom has seen it as well, where
mhm,
she has seen like him just staring at himself in the mirror when we're like in her room or something, trying on like I'll steal her clothes and try them
mhm.
on. And she's like, why is he staring at himself in the mirror? That's so weird, or that's like this or that. And I'm like, I don't know. He's found a mirror because he's so young. I don't think he's really realized what a mirror is. And I think he
Yeah.
thinks it's like a second dog on the other side. So he'll cock his head and the dog will do the same thing on the other side. So it's
So
like,
it's
I
like
don't think
a game. It's like a
yes.
game.
So I was like, he's either obsessed with himself already or
Mhm.
he's like doesn't know that's his reflection. Like, I don't think he knows what
Yeah.
that is.
Okay, the weird thing my dog used to do, like, because you said yours stares at the mirror.
Mhm.
I had a roommate, okay? She had a naked picture of Harry Styles, like a huge picture, like a poster of him in her room. And he was like, he was covering his junk, but like, it
I
was like
didn't
a
know Harry
bare naked
Styles
picture.
did that. I didn't know Harry Styles did that, but yeah.
Yeah, yeah. So there's this bare naked picture of Harry Styles in her room. Every time her door was left open for
Mhm.
any amount of time, my dog would sneak in, position himself right in front of it, sit down, and stare at it until someone caught him, and then he'd like run away. Like he was obsessed with this picture of naked Harry Styles, and just the naked one. She had tons of Harry Styles pictures, and it was the naked one every time.
Me. Current or last boyfriend pet peeves.
Okay, she.
So my pet peeves. When you say something and you don't do it. When you say you're going to do something and you don't do it.
When you say something, oh yeah, I hate that.
And he's like, "Oh, I'm going to call you in 15 minutes or something," and never actually does it. Like, why say you're going to do something and then you just like, it doesn't happen? Like, I just want to take this up.
Oh yeah, no, I don't let. I would be like, dude, you said so, so we're going. That's not. That's not an option. The fuck are
No,
you
but I
talking
just
about?
threw that. I just threw that bottle clear across the room. Like, but like, yeah, that's how it makes me feel. I just want to like throw bottles and just be like, or another thing, when okay, so they feel like you're the person who's supposed to be doing everything, the cooking, the cleaning, and the laundry and cleaning the house, like completely everything. So they will sit
See,
there.
I'm that one. I'm the one that thinks that he should be doing the cooking, the cleaning, and the laundry.
So like he will eat all the food and expect me to go buy all the groceries, clean, cook, and then he'll eat all the food and like dirty every dish in the house and we'll
Mhm.
never wash it. And if we have a dishwasher, we'll never put it in the dishwasher.
Yeah, I don't do
Or
anything with the dishwasher.
or if we don't have a dishwasher, at least wash the plate you just used or the silverware you just used. Don't put it in the sink and just expect it to be gone when you like later. Like,
Yeah.
there's not a fairy that comes around and washes the dishes,
No, there is. His name is Preston. He's
or
the dish fairy.
yeah, or when guys leave the seat up.
That bothers me too. But doesn't do that. Osborne, can you stop? He's chasing his tail. If you're wondering what that sound was, can you sit right there? Perfect. Hi.
Tinker HollyRoads bell to the rescue. No, there's not a Tinker Bell to the rescue. Like, no. If I had a Tinkerbell, she'd be a maid at this point. I can't afford a maid, but she'd definitely be a maid. I'd be like, hey, one of y'all people who have a lot of money just to blow and throw away at stupid stuff, can you pay for a maid?
I
For
mean,
my
maid.
house?
I like maid. I have maid. I already have maid. It's fine.
I'd be like, that would be the one thing, because I work so much. Come hire me a maid. That'd help me out. That's the one thing I want. Come on.
You can find a guy to be a maid for you, right?
Oh
Maybe.
yeah, well, those guy maids that look like they just stepped out of a magazine. You know what I'm talking about. I was gonna say something else, but we can't mention that on here. But yeah, they look like they just stepped out of one of those nice magazines.
The fancy ones with like.
Yeah. Y'all want us to wear maid costumes. How about you wear an
You are
apron?
maid costumes.
Yeah, how about you wear just an apron and some
Like
boxers?
the headpiece, the like.
And no, just do an apron and some boxers like you're about to go barbecue on the grill, like how y'all wear y'all's aprons for the grill. Y'all
Yeah.
want to be grill master, but come cook me some like fresh baked cookies and clean and sit there and scrub my dishes and mop my
I
floor.
would way rather do. I don't trust somebody to bake better cookies than me.
I'd be like, come do that for me.
I bake cookies, but
I love
you can
cookies.
clean it up. That's the deal. I cook and he cleans.
See that's a fair deal though. One person cooks, one person clean. But doing it all, I'm just like, geez.
Yeah,
I can't do it all. I can't cook. I can't clean. I can't just do all the laundry. I can't I need some type of help. Like if you could help me, that'd be really freaking great.
Yeah. No, I got you.
Now we know Holly's fantasy, the firefighter chef. Hey, have you not seen some firefighters lately? I think I just
I've seen
watched
some
too much
firefighters.
of those. I think I watched too much of those firefighter shows like 9/11 or not Station 19 and like all of those. I watched too much of those like Chicago Fire and stuff that give me such unrealistic expectations of how these firefighters are gonna look. Like, dang.
Firefighters typically are pretty cute.
I know. Shoot. They do some firefighter magazines for charity. I just go buy one just to see it. Like, hey. Hey.
Okay, wait, did my camera get like really dark?
Yeah, it did.
Okay, I'll be right back.
Turn on that ring light.
No, I know that ring light made me look gray yesterday.
I'll
like
look
gray.
at that.
Better?
Yep. Okay. Another pet peeve. Let's talk about another pet peeve. What do we have? Leaving all the lights on in the house if you're not using them.
Yeah, no. See, where I used to live, the electricity was just like under the HOA. So I was like less worried about that. But all the lights were always off anyway,
Use only what you like when you're in the room, use that light. But if you're not in the bathroom, don't keep the bathroom light on. If you're not in your bedroom, don't keep the bedroom light on. Like there's no need for it.
But you can keep lamps on. Lamps are different.
Okay, I only have one lamp and my dog over here decided to chew that one. Hold on.
I gotcha.
Oh. We're gonna.
Yeah. Yeah. Glories of having a puppy. He made sure to chew it like right up against it too.
Yeah. It's in my bedroom, and then I moved it out here, and he chewed on it.
Dang it.
What if I wanted to use that? Now I gotta throw it away. Like, what if I wanted to use it? It was a really nice lamp too.
Now you can't use it.
Geez, mom. Who's mom? Who's mom? Am I the mom? Am I the mom person out of this group?
You are the mom because the dog's the kid.
Well, I do say that all the time. Yeah, it's me. Ah, shoot. Favorite game to play while drunk?
Um, I don't. I don't
this
drink.
this game. It's a card game. Cards Against Humanity is pretty fun too, but it's a drinking game, and I think it's called
Ooh,
Girls' Night Out or something. And there's
I've
another
seen
one
that.
similar to that, and it's like dance around and record it and post it on your story for this amount of time, or text the last person you talk to and tell them this, or switch a shirt with somebody on your left or something, or hand this card to somebody who does this, and like they have to take a shot or something.
That's fun. That's
Yeah,
really fun.
yeah. So I was like, that's my favorite one because it like you're drinking already, and then like
Yeah.
you just get more drunk at that point. Like you have to take a shot every time this or that happens. So yeah.
Okay, since I don't do drinking games.
Yeah, which one do you like to do when you're
Well, I don't. When I'm high, it's iMessage games like all the way. You know, it's just chill in bed and play iMessage games. But the
I
funnest
try
thing
to
to do,
read.
drunk, dude, those silent freaking discos drunk is so fun. You know what I mean?
I do not, unfortunately. I've never done silent disco.
You've never done a silent disco? Okay, so normally there's like a few different stations, and like you just like turn your headphones and like they light up a different color depending on the station you're on, and you put your headphones on and it's like you're in like a club, you know, but it's silent. It's actually silent, but the headphones it's not. And then you take them off and you hear a bunch of people singing, and it's a really crappy, and they're all different songs. I don't know. It's a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun.
I mean, I can't hear how bad your singing is because everybody's got headphones on. So
Exactly. That's why you just don't take the headphones off.
just don't take the headphones off and you'll be okay.
Exactly.
I'm eating cold egg rolls.
Egg rolls? Yum.
They're
You know,
cold.
dumplings?
They're cold. They're cold veggie egg rolls.
Are they better cold?
I don't know. They just got cold and I heated them up at like 5:30, 5:45, and now it's like
I
8:45.
forgot about them. Oh yeah, it's only, oh my gosh, because it's 6:45 for me. So I was like, oh yeah, that was like an hour ago.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. Not an hour ago.
Okay. What is your favorite type of music?
Reggae.
You
I
have a
like
favorite?
reggae.
Okay. Do you have a favorite reggae artist?
Okay, so ever since my cousins moved to Colorado, which was in like 2015, I think 2014, 2015, we have all been listening to Dirty Heads and go to their concert every year. And my uncle, who's got a few, you know, like the dispos, but like he's like the behind the scenes of the dispos, like he makes what the dispos sell, and you feel like he gives the products to the dispos. So it's fun because like we bring care packages to the Dirty Heads, you know, and they have like hats and t-shirts in there and like stickers. Then they have a ton of products, you know, like concentrates and flowers and like all the fun stuff. So Dirty Heads, 100%.
I'm a country fan. Country
Ooh,
fan or old school rock and roll?
rock and roll, 100%. I have like all the records, but they're original. Because like my aunt
So
gave
like
them to me.
AC/DC, Motley Crue.
Oh, I want Motley Crue so bad. That's my next one. 'Cause I just got Twisted Sisters. The Motley Crue's next on my list of records. I have like Def
Like
Leppard.
some like Guns N' Roses.
I have Guns N' Roses, Metallica, AC/DC, Bon Jovi. I have the full collection of Journey. I don't know. I have so many. I have like a huge stack of like.
And then when I think of like country, I think of like Reba McEntire, Shania Twain, George Strait, Tim McGraw. Yeah, Kenny
I did not
Chesney,
listen to
things
country.
like Kenny Chesney, things like that. That's like, you know, pretty like old school, like some Tracy Lawrence, Mark Williams.
Oh,
Best pickup line
pickup
that
line?
either one of you was like, yeah, I would have fallen or did fall for that.
I don't know. I don't know if anyone's ever like come up to me and like done a pickup line before, you know?
I got something for you. Hold on. Let me see if
Okay.
I can I'll give you just a few.
Of the best pickup lines?
Yeah, hold on. Okay, so I didn't realize this. This is like one that usually gets used here. And I've gone out on a date this way. I'm not even gonna lie, I've done it. I've gone out with a guy for it. It's like, what's your favorite drink? I'm asking so I know what to buy for you on our first date.
That's cute.
So it's like that cute but not creepy.
Yeah, like not too much, very low key.
Because
like
a
it.
lot of people was like, oh, I've never believed in love until I saw you type stuff. And it's just like, you're laying it on too thick. Like, all right, dude.
Yeah, like seriously.
Let's see. I feel like this one is creepy. It's a good thing I have my library card because I'm totally checking you out. I'm like, that's kind of just like, I don't know, that feels like creepy a little bit.
That one's funny.
That if you're here, who's running heaven? I hear that so much, and I'm just like, okay, dude. I feel like if you hear it too much, you don't want to like. You're like, okay, tell me something else.
Please, yeah.
Fun and cute. I'm learning about important dates in history. Want to be one of them? It's not funny but cute.
I like that. Yeah.
Another one that gets used a lot, and I feel like it's overly used, is if you were a fruit, you'd be a fine apple. I hear that so much.
But like,
or like, are you from Tennessee? Because you're the only 10 I see.
That's like a childhood one, you know?
Or like, people would be like, oh, touch my shirt. It's made out of boyfriend material.
I've never heard that one. That's funny.
I think in the last 2 weeks, I've heard the Tennessee joke and that one. Probably like enough that I can count them on my hands.
Okay. Who is telling you this stuff?
What?
Like,
it's okay. So I'm a bartender.
duh.
So these are things that I hear every day. Like, the Tennessee joke was actually when I first started at my job. It was from a customer. Like, I hear these from customers all the time because I'm the bartender. And I'm also a server. So this guy, 2 days ago, he was like, oh, I was like, I have a surprise for you or something, because he was smoking a cigarette outside. So I was going to give him an ashtray, right? So he wasn't ashing on the table.
Yeah.
So he's like, "What is it, a rose? Because my girlfriend just broke up with me and I'm really sad." I was like, "No, why would I give you a rose?" And he's like, "Well, I have a rose for you. I'm gonna go across the street to 7-Eleven, get you one." And then he comes back with stuff and he's like, "You're lucky they didn't have a rose because I'd give you all the roses in the world." I'd be like, "Oh my God, help me."
That's
Yeah, and my food runner came up and she goes, "Oh my God, I need to save you." I was like, "Yeah, please do." And it wasn't even like he was flirting with me in front of his boss, and some other female that was sitting at the table with him. So I was like, "Oh my God, help me."
yeah, that's gross and creepy.
Yeah,
I
that
had
was
like
terrible. Help me.
yeah, dude, I definitely have like creepy old men at work, but like
It's
the
not
one
even
in
creepy old
particular.
men. They're like pretty young, like in their 20s to 30s. They're not even like
Oh,
old. But I've had some like I feel like older guys, some of the older guys like who were older do a better job at it than the younger people. They're just creepy as fuck with the way they do it. But then,
really?
yeah, but then there are some old guys who can't take the word no.
Yeah. See, like I feel like as a barista, you get guys who are like, "Hey, guys, like your number? Like, hey, do you want to go get like lunch sometime or dinner? You know?" Or then you
Yeah.
get like those old people, like the creepy old guys who are like constantly just giving you money and saying creepy, like demeaning comments. You know?
Yeah, or like it'd be like, or the another one that gets overly used is, "Did it hurt when you fell from heaven?" That is so overly played. Are your parents a baker because you're a cutie pie? All right. What are your Here I am. What are your two other wishes?
Okay, don't take it. These were like 60, 70, 80-year-old men who were like teeth falling out and creepy and gross
Oh,
trying to give me
wait, I
money.
want to hear the story behind this.
No, that's like those that's what I mean by creepy old men. Don't take like
Oh,
personal offense. Brian, don't take personal offense to that.
I was
Because
like, I
your
need to
teeth
hear
are
this.
falling out and you're not like 80 years old. So you're chilling. Not creepy
Yeah.
old men like that. Like creepy old men like trying to give me like regularly like 20, 30, 40, 50 to $100 just for like so
You're
they
six
can continue
foot,
to be
like
creepy.
the 80 range, and you're sitting there just being creepy as hell, trying to
Yeah,
like
and like you're
I
paying
focus
me.
on you, but I have so many other people in the bar that I need to take care of, and you're getting mad. And you're like, I own you if I give you this tip, like for $20.
Yeah.
I
It's
was
about the tip. It's like how they are paying you for
And I'm
your
like, do you not see I have 20 other people at this bar? I cannot solely focus on you. And because you gave me $20, you don't own me. I will fucking throw that back in your face, basically. I will throw that
yeah,
back in your face. I do not
please,
need that
please, I don't
$20
want it.
back because you're just sitting there
Mhm.
and saying you own me because you just handed me $20.
Exactly. I've given back so many tips for that very reason.
How you felt my service was by serving you drinks or food,
Yeah,
not saying that, oh, you own me, you do what I
because you're
say.
paying me. Yeah,
Yeah.
there's like such a difference. And so like that's really when it goes from like just a guy giving you a tip to like a creepy old man paying you for some reason. Yeah. Yeah. There's like a very definitive line. Plus, I still remember all of their drinks. All of their drinks. Because I always knew when it popped up on the screen to go hide.
It's like looking and I'll see them and I'll be like, I'm walking, I'm gonna go hide in the cooler.
Yeah, like let me know when they're gone, please. Yeah, we ended up naming one of the teas just Tony T. And we don't put anything in but Tony T. And everyone would like go whoosh like to the back and like the one boy in the shop would stay in the front.
Oh, okay, so what I used to do, and I'll admit this, I've done it. So I'm gonna give a little secret here. So bartenders, if you we don't sometimes remember your name. remember your drink,
Same with baristas, yes.
remember your drink, and remember your face and what you did. So I'll sometimes put your nickname in as like if you did something, I'll be like if like some guy no tip or doesn't tip me, I'll put no tip as her as her
As
name.
their name.
Yeah. Or if some guy was like rude, I'd be like rude dude. Or some guy, I did this yesterday. I'm not proud of it, but he wouldn't tell me his name, so I just put him as bald guy. I literally, if you don't tell me your name or you do something, or like this one guy
Just a
calling me
description.
the B word and just being very disrespectful. So I
Yeah.
was so I just put in the word a. Like I'm gonna get in so much trouble, but like yeah, and
Fine.
it's so great. I was like, this is how I remember people. Like if you do something, or like this guy who does like a weird combo drink, I'd put boat drink dude or something like that. But like or like um creepy dude or whatever, like I'd be like, this is that person. Like y'all, I will say I don't remember your name half the time and I will do it by whatever you do. Like
That's
if you're
hilarious.
wearing a hat, I'd put it by what your hat is or your shirt, like Hawaiian shirt dude or something. Like it's always something
Yeah.
that you're like it's never always your name. Don't ask.
See, ours is always tied to the car. So like instead of getting a name, we just like it was like gray sedan, you know? And
No.
like that's a gray sedan person that gets like the coffee with caramel ice
So like
medium.
Chick-fil-A does it where they say with the like the color of your car.
Yeah, exactly like that. So I always remembered people not by their faces, but by their car. So, so I'd see a specific car and in line and I'd make their drink really quick. You know?
Yeah, I'm a terrible person. I know it because of what I put people's names in. If somebody looked at if my boss looked at my register, she'd be like, "Why are these the names?" I'd be like, I put people as like couple. I'd put trios. I put like um high school kids. I put just random things. I mean, if you're in high school, you look like you're in high school. I'm gonna put high school kids. And they were literally ordering virgin pina coladas, and I'm like, dude,
You
dude,
are in high school?
dude, what? Help me.
That would be me though. I'd be at the bar ordering like a virgin margarita.
Yeah, you just get sour mix.
I get like the mango ones. Frozen mango margarita version.
You get straight sour mix with the for a virgin margarita. That's all it is.
Really?
Yeah.
I drank that.
I'll
But I
put
get
a
it with
splash.
mangoes and blended. I don't know.
We don't have mangoes, so you just gonna drink straight sour mix. Put
Fair.
a splash of Sprite so it's got a little bit of fizz. Cut that sour just a tad bit and hope you better like not like get sick from it. Man, I'd be like, sorry, I can't help you. You pick something else, like do a Shirley Temple or something.
I've definitely gotten a few virgin Shirley Temples.
Shirley
know.
Temples are virgin, unless you say a dirty Shirley. Then Shirley Temples have no alcohol. It's just Sprite, grenadine, and a cherry on top or a lime.
Why are mine drinks always blended? They're like just smoothies. I just get smoothies basically. Mine are always just like
Shirley
smoothies.
Temple is just it's not a blended drink.
Weird. I don't know.
Where are you getting it from?
Not in America. No one in America is gonna be selling me anything. Somewhere on the beach, you know, those little shacks like just are on a beach somewhere and they just have drinks. I just get it there.
Grenadine and a lime wedge and a cherry. That's it.
Fair.
So simple. And if you ask for a dirty Shirley, then you get vodka in it. But other than that, it's like
It's vodka.
Yeah, if you ask for a dirty Shirley.
Good stuff.
And
My
I'm
dog.
sitting here living the good life, drinking Coca-Cola out of a wine glass because, like, why not? It's cool.
Good
All
stuff.
right. I had a question, and then my mind slipped a bit. I think I'm coming down on that crash right
That crash? Yeah, I was wondering if it was gonna start for this second show.
Have you ever had an encounter that has possibly put you on edge? Like a scary situation.
Scary
Like,
situation.
yeah, in public or
Okay.
something.
Okay. I can make this like a 30-minute long story if you would like.
Okay, go for it.
Do you want to hear like the full story of like how I almost got kidnapped and how my sister almost died, or should we just skip my sister and just go to me?
Let's do yours.
Okay. So I'm in Peru. My sister is dying from sepsis. Okay. So my sister is now getting rushed to the hospital and my mom goes with her. So I'm now left alone in Peru. Okay? Because my sister's dying in Peru, which was a whole thing. So I'm now alone in Peru. So what do I do but continue our vacation alone? So the next day after my sister gets taken to the hospital, I wake up at, it was like 3:30 in the morning, so I could be on a bus at 4 a.m. Okay. So it's this creepy ass man. I walk out of my hotel and this man, this Peruvian man greets me, and I'm just a little like, okay, my mom said this is okay, so I'm okay. But my mom also said if it's like, I don't see any girls in the van to get out, you know? And so I get in the van and I sit down, and there's 3 Peruvian men in front of me, and there's 2 other men behind me, and the door closes, and I am now stuck in this van. And I'm like totally wigging my shit because there's like, I'm in a strange country alone. I was 19 and scared shitless. I was like, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. So it's like 4 a.m., which is 4 a.m. for you, by the way, in Peru. It was 2 a.m. in Colorado time. So it's basically like 2 in the morning. And then we go and we stop and we pick up another guy. And at this point, I'm now completely surrounded by 6 very large dudes. And I'm like, not
A
okay,
chance
not
to look
okay.
around and get out because there wasn't females.
But there wasn't a door next to me. I had no door.
Oh man.
I couldn't go anywhere. My window didn't open and I had no door. So
Well, that doesn't help.
that doesn't help. So the like really big guy in the back, you know, he's this huge guy scaring the ever living crap out of me. He starts talking to me and it was great. We ended up actually being best friends. We talked, the 4 of us, the 4 people in the back, talked for 2 hours on the way to Rainbow Mountain. So we talked for 2 hours, have this super great time. We get out, we have
you and then nap you.
No. So we get out, we have this amazing meal. We then, the 4 of us and one of the Peruvian men from the front of the bus, we all leave and we go up to the Rainbow Mountains, and it's so fun and beautiful. We hike a huge thing and then we come back down, okay? And we get back in the bus. And I'm like, at this point, I'm like happy, I'm having a great time. I don't think I'm in danger anymore. So we're good. So then we start heading down. And if you remember, I told you I got in the middle. So do you remember? Because there was the 2 guys in the back when I got in, and then I got in, and then we picked up another dude. So on our way back, we drive 2 hours down, and we drop off the first guy. Okay. Then we drive right past my hotel, And he says, we'll drop you off later.
Oh, you drove
And then
me
I start freaking out because my hotel's right there. And I'm still here. And my hotel, I can see it. So I don't know why I'm not getting dropped off. And I turn to my friends. I have now made 2 large dude friends, you know? And I'm like freaking out, not okay. They start tracking my phone. I get them to track my phone. I was like, because I don't know where they're taking me. So we then go drop them off, okay? We drop off my new friends. And we start driving into the rainforest.
Oh, they were trying to take you somewhere.
And I was like, okay, Lily, you can't act like anything's happening. So I'm sitting there cool as a cucumber, just acting super stupid, kept looking at my phone because I feel like you keep your head down. They're like, oh, she's not paying attention, right? So like, I was like, I really have to act as stupid as I can right now. Like, I need to be an idiot. So I was like, like nothing's in my head, making it super clear and obvious. They're like doing all these weird like car switches where they stop the car at one point to like switch people around. And then right after that, I see a shopping center right next to me. And I'm like, this is my last chance where there are going to be people because I see where the rainforest starts from here. Like I can see it. So I go, oh my God. And I scream so loud that they slam on their brakes. I go, I have to go now. And I ran out of the car.
Like, they took you that freaking far. How'd you get back to the hotel?
So I ran for a little bit. I didn't have a mask on. This was like during COVID time. I'm running into these people. All these people are grabbing me and like trying to sell me things. And they're like, oh, American, hi, American. And I'm like, get away from me, get away from me. I'm like, not okay. I was like almost kidnapped. Like, oh my God, I'm like about to cry. I'm like literally about to cry. And I'm like calling my new friends. I have them on the phone. I'm like, they try to kidnap me and I'm over here and like I need help. And they literally got in an Uber, found me because they were tracking me and brought me to my hotel. My new friend.
Yeah, you just like made friends with somebody who was in the same van as the kidnappers and just like, oh yeah, and then you just get off. I would have been like, no, I'm getting off with these people in the beginning.
I should have. Like in hindsight, I really just should have. And I think they were even like, do you want to just get off with us and we can just Uber you? And I was like, didn't want them to. Didn't want them to like pay to Uber me, you know? And like I was just like a kid by myself. So like I didn't just have like money on me, you know? So yeah, I should have. I didn't. I almost got kidnapped in Peru.
Hard to tell, but I feel like I was definitely one of those ones that you could have like, I should have just got off with my new friends and I could just like, I see my hotel right there instead of like having to go from a shopping center almost at the rainforest and just going through the whole experience. Like, oh my God.
Yeah. Like should have just left with them when I asked
Yeah.
my hotel. Yeah, that should have been it. And like, yeah. They're great. I still kind of keep in contact with them like 2 years later.
Oh, that's scary at all.
Yeah.
Um,
Do you have any stories like that? I have plenty of almost dying stories other than that, like where I genuinely almost died. That was like almost kidnapped.
I don't have any like stories like that. I only have one from when I was little, and it was actually on a car when my parents were arguing with her. Like, my mom was arguing with her boyfriend or my brother's father. And I was sitting in like, you know, those seats where like there's not like a rest like that goes in between people. So you have like 3 people sitting like right like in the front.
Yeah,
Like,
in the front.
you got the driver
like
here, you have someone sitting here, and then you have a passenger.
yeah.
And they were
like,
arguing over a washer and dryer set. And they were like hitting each other and throwing phones outside the window in one of those like conversion vans that have like, if you go in the back, they have like seats and then they have like a table.
Yeah.
It was like one of those very old type vans.
I completely understand.
Yeah, and we were riding one of those down the highway in Texas at the time, and they kept like arguing and like swerving and like throwing things out the window. I thought I was gonna die on the side of the highway.
Holy cow. That's so
That was the only
scary.
time I've ever been like in a scary situation where I'm almost dying.
The number of semis who have almost ran smack into me is like impressive. Because I drive a
Every
Civic.
time every time I get behind a semi or anything that has to do with those kind of things, I think of Final Destination, honestly. I think of every like Final Destinations, and I will never go to a tanning salon because I get that thing from Final Destination or those people that carry like logs or something on the back of them. I always see Final Destinations like, nope, go.
Don't get
I
behind. Don't get in
st-
front of them, dude. Getting in front of them is way scarier. How are they going to run into you if you're behind them?
But I feel like their stuff is gonna fall off and then go straight through your window, your windshield, and just
And dude, do you know how many times I've seen like trucks, like standard trucks with like a bed, like filled with stuff, and then they're at a light and they start to go, and the stuff stays, and the truck keeps going.
So I've only seen where like one time I was driving behind a truck, and after this I've never done it before. I've never stayed behind them. I like speed up and go around them.
Mhm.
Because the one time I was behind a truck, because if people go so slow and people in the left lane can't speed up. So you can go around them. So I like stay far behind in case something falls, I'm not getting hit. And
Yeah.
it may make people mad, but I'd rather be safe and not have something going through my windshield. But something fell off this guy's truck, and I literally had to swerve because I had my top down. Like I had drive a
Mhm.
convertible, so
Yeah.
my top was down. So if it came in like through my thing, it would have gone to where over the roof and like onto me as a person. And
Yeah.
probably would have been decapitated. It's like driving if you're on a motorcycle and you don't have that around you, so it just like hits you. But um I was driving and something fell off, and I literally have to swerve so it hits the road and not comes through the top. And
Hmm.
I'm like, I'm going to die today. I'm going to literally die today. And I was like, Final Destination, I'm done. I'm never driving behind one of these people. If I see them, I'm just gonna get behind a really slow person, and I'm not gonna care at that point. I'm just rather stay behind a slow person than behind one of those trucks where things fly off because they can't like tie down really well.
I was recently hit with a bucket.
A bucket.
Okay, it's a two-part story. Okay, it's pretty good. So I'm heading south on like a highway, and right after a light, I'm like, I'm probably the back of my car is directly under this light. We come to an instant screeching halt from like 40 probably to stopped. I don't know how I stopped. And then all these people kind of start like going into the other lane. It was weird. The lady in front of me gets the bucket out of the road. Okay? She gets this bucket and puts it in the median. Okay? And like we then all go on our merry way, having almost gotten in an accident. But nobody did, so it was fine. So we're then coming back because I had to go to the post office, and that was right down the street. And then I was coming back to the bank, which happened to be right at that light. So I was in the turn lane, and I happened to be right next to the bucket and didn't realize it. And the car drove by super fast, and I was on the phone with like the lady for the HOA, like the accountant, because I was doing like I'm the treasurer, so like I have to bring all the money. And I have her on the phone, and we're like going all this like financial things for the neighborhood. And this bucket flies, hits my car so hard, it goes doing, and it sounds like somebody hit me. I start screaming. The people in front of me and behind me like ran out of their cars, and they were like, "Oh my god, what's happening? Are you okay? Is everything okay?" And like everyone like took the bucket. I don't know. Bucket hit me. It was a two-part story. Like how crazy? The same bucket.
It all started with a bucket.
All started with a bucket.
Yeah, it all started with a bucket.
What are the chances it hit me on the way back, right? Like the one who watched it get put there?
Yeah, it's crazy. You watched it get put there, and you still got hit by a bucket. It takes a I'm gonna say this. It takes a special kind of special. And I had to.
To get that kind of luck.
Yeah, it takes a special kind. You're special.
I'm like the luckiest person ever. But it's not like always a good, Like that takes a very special amount of luck to have that happen to you on both
I
sides.
say, I say, I say to myself, I'm like, I'm a little extra. Sometimes I get bad things that happen to me, and there's times where it happens back to back. Like I had a car accident that happened a week apart from each other.
Holy
Last year on
cow.
my birthday, I had a rental car because my car was getting fixed. My friends took me out, and they had put writing on the windows and those those markers that you write on the cars with. Happy birthday,
Mhm,
buy me a drink, and then it had like Cash App and all that on there.
mhm.
So we had all that on there, and it was parked in my driveway. So we had gone home. I had gone to my house, and my next door neighbor ran into my car because they were drinking and driving,
Of
and they
course.
hit my car and then ran. I was like, "You live right next door to me, dude. You
Yeah,
live
no,
right
you
next door to
didn't.
me." And I heard a crash. So I literally jump out of bed. I was in bed
Yeah.
at that point. I had gone to bed. I was like, I need to sober up, I don't want to have a massive hangover. So I'd taken some pain meds, drank my cup of water, and gone to bed so I didn't have a pounding headache in the morning. Get out, and I see my car is like the rental car had less than 1,000 miles on it. It was a 2022 at the time. It was a rental car. Their insurance still did not pay for that car to this day. They no longer live next door to me, and I'm like,
Good.
I'm like, yo. And then not even a week later, that guy that I was telling you about earlier, that hit me at the car and
Mhm.
said that I was like, he hit me a week later. Like a week after that accident. And I told my insurance and they're like, what is it happening? You just keep getting in these accidents. I was like, it's not me. I promise you. It is not me. I've never been in
Wait,
any accidents before this. Like I've never been in any accidents. And now like I just keep having accident after accident and it's cuz people keep hitting me cuz they don't know how to drive. Like they literally don't know how to drive. And I said, I don't know where you got your driver's license, if it came out of a gumball machine or out of Walmart, at a dollar store, but please, I think you need to go get your driving test reevaluated because if you keep getting in an accident and it's not my fault, you're hitting parked cars
Mhm.
or you're not being able to see other cars on the road and know how to check before you just change lanes. I
Yeah,
definitely think you need to have your driving test reevaluated. And I'm not
yeah.
being mean, guys. I'm not bullying. I'm not being mean. I'm just being real. I'm just being real.
Dude, one time I got in an accident. It was not my fault. The lady stopped at the stop sign, but she lacked the yield. She didn't yield. She just stopped and then went. And
Okay, my
like,
thing with the yield is when people you see a yield and they come to a stop and make sure like they literally will sit there and they'll literally sit there and just like that's how I got hit from a Canadian. And they hit me because I was yielding and I was about to merge like onto this road.
yeah.
And they just like tried to run the yield and run me off. And I was driving my motorcycle at the time and got pinned. And then my bike got totaled. So I'm trying to buy a new motorcycle. I'm trying to save up and buy one. But like they wanted to they didn't know none of them were registered to the car. None of them were on the insurance. Nothing. And I'm just sitting here like this could have only happened to me. And I was in college at the time, driving a little motorcycle to go back home, being me. And I'm like, this only happens to me. And they throw a blanket that they had in their car on me. And all my school books, I don't know where my school books are at this time because I was coming back from my night classes. And like I literally know nothing. I don't know where all my school books are, and I'm like freaking out because these school books were expensive.
Mhm.
And like all my stuff, I'm like, oh my goodness, am I gonna die? My bike is totaled. How am I gonna get to college? I live so
Yeah.
far. I was like, I spent so much on that bike, and like, I what am I about my books? Are they okay? Can
Mhm.
anybody find them? And then they put me in this ambulance, and I'm like, did you get my books? Did you find them?
I just want my books.
I know. I was like, I literally just want my books. I really didn't care about my bike at that moment. I was like, I'll worry about that later. And I just really wanted my books to be like okay.
Yeah, understandably.
So like I mean that I was putting myself through college. I had to pay for everything, and I was like, that's the only time like when people yield. They don't know how to yield. It goes hand in hand with not knowing how to drive.
Hmm. Why is it so hard to just know where the cars around you are?
Yeah, it's like I've never done it in my life. I've never been in an accident on my own fault.
I did. I had a hit and run, but it's not on my record.
Oh man,
I
I don't even
forgot you
wanna-
weren't here for that story last night.
no.
That was like we went through Lily's track record.
Oh, I have a terrible track record. I don't think I'm ready to uncover those secrets.
Mine
They're
is
pretty
not
terrible.
that.
Oh, mine is terrible.
My
If you
all I
heard
have on my record is 2 broken headlights. But I should have multiple speeding tickets, hit and run, child endangerment, reckless driving. I should have an MIP. Isn't it worse if you bring like a substance onto a college campus? Isn't that like a different form
criminal.
of trouble?
No,
Like
it's
that's federal?
it's yeah, it is.
Yeah, so I did that. But they didn't even write it down. They were just like, oh, you're fine. We're just gonna take it and burn it.
Like yeah, I somebody got suspended and kicked off.
Hmm?
Somebody
What do you
got
mean?
suspended and like banned from campus. They weren't allowed to like even like attend. They got kicked out of school and suspended and everything. I know,
Wait, so
I'm a
they
terrible
got
driver, Brianna. I know. Holy cow.
wait.
I know, I'm terrible.
Ended up friending the nappers. I didn't end up friending the nappers.
You
I
did. You did. You friended the people who were in the van with the nappers.
but they were American.
Oh, okay. That
All
makes sense.
okay, it was funny. I was
You
in
didn't say
none
that.
of-
You just said that you were in a van with 6 guys.
I said the 3 guys in the front were Peruvian. I did okay. None of the other guys in the car with me were born in America. One was born somewhere in China. And the other 2 were born in the Middle East. But they all
Makes
were
it better.
American.
That makes it so much
It
better.
makes it so much better. The 2 guys in the
Oh.
back. Yeah, so that's why I was freaking out.
Yeah.
Yeah. They were
No,
Muslim. They were
don't
super
do that,
cool.
Brianna. Let's not. Censorship.
Let's just burn the drugs. Yeah, everyone had. That's what I said.
Censorship. Censorship.
No, I literally was like, "You're gonna burn them," and they were like, "Yeah, that's what we do." And I was like, "I don't think you should burn them." They're like,
We
"Why not?"
gotta
And I
get
was
a
like,
censorship, Brianna. That's no.
"Get a refill." Yeah.
bleep certain words.
No, I just told him I was like, I feel like everyone around is gonna get really messed up if you're burning this. Like maybe bury it or like I don't know, but don't burn it. It was 98% shattered. I can say shattered because it's just breaking glass. Shattered.
Yeah. No D words over here. No D words. We have 5 minutes left on the clock, and we're gonna take a little bit break, and we will be back for the late nighters. But we're going to start wrapping it up, and we are going to do our favorite game of Would You Rather.
Ooh, I
We're
don't have many questions lined up.
well, we have our list from last night of a Would You Rather.
Yeah, because there's 250.
I have. Hold on. We were looking. I was.
Okay, wait. Are you ready? Would you ever? Would you
We'll
rather?
play that. Hold on. We'll play that on the second show. We will play Never Have I Ever on the second show.
Okay.
So break that one up. But now we're gonna do our Would You Rather for the first one, and the second one tonight we will do a Never Have I Ever. So we're not playing 2 of the same games at the end.
I like it. Okay. Would you rather never be able to go out during the day or never be able to go out during the night?
I like okay, I'm not a day person. I'm more of a night owl, but I can't see at night, so I'd prefer daytime.
And that's what I was thinking. I go blind from the light, so like I
Yeah,
can't
I have
be out at night.
I have stigmatism in my eyes, so I can't really drive at night, so I prefer daytime.
Yeah, because
I'm a
for
daytime
the
person.
same reasons. Do you ever worry about seizing during driving at night? Because I totally go blind.
So mine is actually just lights. So yesterday I was playing with the lights trying to find different things because I have different colors on certain parts. And I
Mhm.
realized that I was about to have a seizure yesterday because the things were just like strobing, they'd go slow and then they'd go really fast. So it's like,
That's crazy. So yeah, I don't get seizures by any means, but yeah, I have a weird light thing too. Okay, your turn.
okay, would you would you rather swim in a pool full of Nutella or a pool full of maple syrup?
Maple syrup, hands down.
It's sticky mess, but Nutella would be hard to try and swim in.
And
But
the
one
sticky mess.
yeah, so it'd be like,
Plus, I love maple syrup. I would swim in that any day. Okay, would you rather have a personal maid or a personal chef?
personal chef, because then I would never miss a meal. Wait,
Maid.
hold on, wait.
We were just talking about personal maids. I thought it was perfect.
Yeah, hold on. But like, if I had, okay, wait, I think about that. I would never miss a meal, and I'd have my food always home cooked, and I'd never have to worry about it. But then if I had a person, well, no, I could clean. I could clean. That wouldn't be because if I didn't have to cook my food, then I could clean. So I would say, yeah, I'd stay with personal chef because then I would never have miss a meal. Because right now I hardly eat anyways. I get one meal a day. So if I had a personal chef, I'd have 3 meals a day and
I
some
would pick a
snacks.
personal maid. Dude, a maid would be great. Do my laundry, make my bed, vacuum every day, mop every day, do all my dishes.
So pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Yeah.
One last question before we wrap things up for the first show. Would you rather buy 10 things you don't need every time you go shopping or always forget the one thing that you need when you go to the store?
Wait, what was the first one? I'm so sorry.
So buy 10 things you don't need every time you go shopping or always forget the one thing that you need when you go to the store.
I feel like Preston should be watching this because I buy 10 things I don't need every time I go to the store.
Dang.
As in, Preston buys me 10 things I don't need every time we go to the store. The last one, or yeah, 10 things I don't need.
Okay.
What about you?
I'd say the 10 things too because then, that's
You
that.
always have everything you need plus a little extra.
Yeah, and then because I always end up picking up snacks anyways.
Exactly. Or you can make your list just a little short in the first place, you know?
Yeah, I guess so. Oh,
Okay.
all right, guys, we're gonna start wrapping it up. It is 9:30, so it is coming to the close of our show. So thank you guys for watching Burrow Radio. While this is, make sure you hit that follow, like, and subscribe button so you never miss an alert when we go live. And this may be a close for the first show of the night, but we do have a second show with the both of us at 10. So please stay tuned for all you late nighters out there. We are going to have fun and we will be talking about some conspiracy theories, which is a lot of fun. And we will debunk all those myths and find out some more. So peace out and see you guys for the second show of the night. Peace.
Bye, guys. Peace out.